right.
Okay.
So I was a little drunk last time. You want to give me a little recap on where we let off there?
So I will go ahead and start us off with a recap.
I mean, Azius is drunk. I mean, I was fine.
So for starters, for anybody who is watching, we've decided to call ourselves, we haven't actually posted any of our first sessions. So
By now you would have known.
by now you would know.
If you're following the first.
But this will be the first time that we refer to ourselves in the group as the Knights of Last Call.
Ooh.
In case it wasn't obvious from last week, we do like to have a few beers while we're around the game table. And we already have a pretty drunken, disorderly group as it is. And of course, Azius, maybe that's the name of Azius's bar.
The Drunken Disorderlies?
No. Last Call.
No, I like Drunken Disorderly. I like Drunken Disorderly. Welcome to the Drunken Disorderly.
The last time that we were together, the Knights of Last Call discovered that Ameiko Kaijitsu, their new friend and associate in the town of Sandpoint and the owner of the Rusty Dragon, which they had come to love and care for so much, was missing from her inn room. A letter left by her erstwhile and prodigal half-brother, Suto, had instructed her to meet him at the family's glassworks on the edge of town. Arriving, the knights discovered that the interior of the glassworks had become a charnel hall, full of slain workers and the glassified, killed remains of Ameiko and Suto's father, Longjiku. Making their way in, the party slew the goblins, which fled into the basements of the building, where they encountered none other than Suto himself, who, to their great surprise, was in league with the goblins and seemed to be their leader. He fought the party very fiercely, a fearsome monk and trained in the arts of the bow. He laid several members low before the party called upon their deep reserves of heroic might and brought him low. As we begin our session 4 of part 3, Glass and Wrath, of Burnt Offerings of Rise of the Runelords, the party has just taken down Suto and has made their way in the basements of the Sandpoint Glassworks to the chamber where the bound and gagged form of Ameiko awaits.
Now I remember. It's coming back to me. I was like, did we ever see Ameiko?
But we did see her. We do see her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I remember seeing her.
Yeah, that's right where we ended it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. Ameiko is conscious but badly wounded. And she is bound and gagged to a chair in what appears to have been a small office located in the basement. As you guys make your way in, you see your friend slumped over. As you enter in, her eyes flicker up to you, and they extort in wideness, and you can see her, it's like she's trying to scream at you, like in warning, like, watch out, look out.
I'd like to give an ocular pat down.
Sure.
Perception check.
Yeah, what's your perception?
+5.
An ocular pat down.
Always Sunny reference. Okay, so you take a quick look.
Looking for traps, looking for booby traps, looking
Yeah.
for hidden goblins in a goddamn closet. I don't know.
I don't think Villa came down with us. He might be somewhere else.
Yeah, he's upstairs making sure all the goblins are dead.
Yeah.
He's looting all the corpses.
He's looting all the corpses. I really like that.
That's what I've seen by my.
He's really good with his hands, so
Yeah.
he can get in those pockets real quick.
Yes.
Very, very sneaky.
Plus, he's a goblin. We all trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, no, this appears to be a simple cell that was once probably used as a just a simple storage room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll rush over there. Well,
Yeah.
I won't rush.
Oh, I rush.
Yeah.
I'm kind of this honorable. None of my friends get tied up.
Like
kind of
I
thing.
move, but I noticed that Azius is moving, so I kind of slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
and
I go full force at this. None of my friends, they get tied up.
Okay.
Make a strength attack against that rope.
This is why I die so fast.
Yeah. All right, so you rush over to her.
Yes.
Obviously, cutting her free is no problem, and removing the gag from her mouth. My friends, thank you. My brother, he has betrayed us all. Be careful. He is about. He is the goblins at his side. It was all his fault.
We ran into him. just moments ago.
My brother?
Yes, Suto.
But are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. What about my brother?
Well, he escaped down further.
He's
into
unconscious.
No,
did he?
he's dead.
Oh, he's
we killed that
I
son of
thought
a
he
bitch.
got a saving throw or two.
That is incorrect.
as I recall, he's dead.
You guys get those.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought we killed him.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't make it.
She seems saddened, and a deep, quiet calm comes over her, and a single tear rolls down her cheek, and then she brushes it away. He deserved what is coming to him.
Man.
He betrayed the town. He almost killed everyone. He killed my father.
Well, you might have had that one coming to him.
And maybe, but that is not a way to go.
Definitely not.
Still, he tried to convince me to join him. He said that we had our differences, but he offered me to join him and his group. It's not just him. There's a whole gang of them.
What's the group called?
I don't think they have a name, but he did say who he is following. I did not believe it at first. She's supposed to be dead.
Nualia.
Yes. Thought dead for these past 3 years. The adopted Asimar daughter of our prior priest, Zekian,
Died in the fire.
died in the fire, but her body was never found.
So perhaps she was in on it?
I do not know.
But she is
suspicious.
alive, according to your brother.
She is alive, and it's who my brother is following. Apparently, my brother is in love with her. He said that
was.
Yes. Apparently, it was he who took her father's remains.
After the fire. Huh.
No, just recently out of the tomb.
Oh, after the fire years later. Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
The tomb got raided
Right.
just yesterday.
Exactly. Right.
Like a couple days.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. It got raided the night of the goblin attack.
Yes. And
Yes.
he said that she did it?
No, he did it.
He
her.
did it for her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did not say, but said that they had big plans for Sandpoint's future, although that future was very dark. I slapped him, called him a coward, cursed him for being a fool. I could not believe that he had sunk to such a low. He responded by unleashing his goblins upon me. Thankfully, they did not hurt me too bad. They merely beat me and tied me up. They then went upstairs to make a mess of my father's employees. Those are men and women I have known since childhood.
What a disgrace.
It saddens me.
It is very, very sad. Still, I do not know what they are planning next.
I just keep thinking, like, why Sandpoint? I know the region is, but this city seems to be a very focal point right now.
Well, I think it has to do with Nualia, but why she... I mean...
Did he say what? Did he get the corpse or the remains to her? Did he
Yes.
say that? Oh, okay, so she has them.
But if I were you, I would examine my brother's room. If I know my brother, he probably had some sort of journal.
He has a room here in the Glass Factory?
Well, no, but, like wherever he was
In
staying.
their
Oh, okay.
ancestry house or home or something. He didn't mention, and it's good intel, we'll definitely check the room, but he didn't mention anything about where...
Well, no, actually, he might have a room here. He's been apparently holed up here for weeks.
How did your father not know about this?
Apparently, my father did.
What?
He was betrayed.
Well, apparently, Suto appeared and said he had some friends and wanted to started to re-smuggle things back into town. He blackmailed my father, told him that he would release the information that my father had apparently used to do some work with the Scarzy family. The Scarzys are like a mob family from Magnamar. Apparently, they would pay Longico to dispose of bodies in the furnaces.
Mm.
the sand erasing all evidence of any body and making any resurrection impossible. Anyways, my father agreed and allowed my brother access. But what he did not know is that my brother was going to use those tunnels to smuggle goblins into the city, to provide a distraction while he went to the crypt and retrieved the bones of Nualia's father.
And then he comes, This is funny. Like the father, gets in with the brother, right? Even though he doesn't want to. Then he goes over to the bar and calls her mother a whore. The nerve of this guy.
Well, I think that's why my father was trying to leave.
He was in too deep.
That makes sense.
He didn't leave fast enough.
I suppose not.
Saddened.
Still, I wonder now if my father really did kill my mother.
Or could have been your brother all along.
I don't know if the brother would
my
kill him.
My brother loved our mother. My mother was the only one who cared for him, loved him. She never spoke of her elven lover, but she did care for him.
And you don't know. So she doesn't know about him either. Okay.
Well, I suppose we should check out that room.
Are you okay to walk around? Do you need help?
Do you need natural medicine?
I mean, if someone wants to make a medicine
I'll
check
make
on
a
her.
natural. Excuse me, sir. The
You
medic.
seem excited. You want to try?
Can I aid?
You can, but it's a DC 20 to aid.
Okay. Is it? And it's just the same check.
Yeah, but if you crit fail, you'll actually hurt his upper
Oh
chance.
my God.
I have an automatic 15.
Well, that's even better. So
Does that work? Okay.
yeah, that's what assurance does. And the DC to heal someone is 15.
Oh.
So
Perfect.
you spend 10 minutes bandaging Ameiko's wounds.
All right.
Go ahead and heal her.
Yeah. That is.
Mm.
I forget what it is. Is it 4?
Oh, no.
It's a D6, right?
No.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
100.
I mean, considering that you're a field medic and it's like your main thing that you do, maybe you should know what that does. But
Yeah.
just a reminder. Treat wounds.
249.
2d8.
Wow. 2d8.
I think. No, maybe not. Yep. If you succeed, it's 2d8.
Perfect. Heal her up.
And then, Rory, once you become an expert in medicine,
Mm-hmm.
you can attempt a DC 20 check, and then it's 2d8 plus 10.
Wow.
And if you become a master, you can then attempt a DC 30 check, and it's 2d8 plus 30.
Damn.
And if you become a legendary medic,
Do you know our D8 or you got it?
you can
You can roll
2d8
twice.
plus 50.
2, 7.
So 9. Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
All right. Gore is able to bandage her wounds from the goblins, and she is able to get to her feet.
Good. Can you show us where this room's at?
I do
you
not know. I was set upon as soon as I got here.
Do you want to go with us?
Yes, I will stay with you until we leave. This is my family's property, although I do not know what will become of it now. All right. So,
I need to be hush-hush in town
Sounds like you're
about
the
this.
sole owner. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we got to probably be a little hush-hush about her father dying, though.
all right. So, a couple things first off from Suto. Suto. The first is he had some treasure. And now that you guys have some time,
Would you look at his body?
now that you guys have some time to take a look at him, people making all sorts of noises.
I'm going to go over and look at that body. Not really a fan of elves.
He's half elf,
Mm-hmm.
just like your party member.
He's not a fan of that half.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of him either.
I know. What do I talk about these elves? They're beardless is what I know. Beardless. Fools.
Well groomed, I would say.
Tcha.
So sweet. Edit all this out. It's gonna be awesome. All right, here's what he had. He had hand wraps
Ooh.
That'd be good for.
of mighty blows.
All right, I'll write those down
For
for
Velic.
Velic.
He had a composite short bow. He had a set of thieves' tools. He had an oil of potency. And lastly, he had a draught of Bravo's Brew.
Brado's brew?
Bravo's Brew.
Does anybody need that archery thing? What was that? Crossbow or something?
No, a composite short bow.
You got some decks, you can use it?
No, don't look at me for decks.
Okay.
I like them the most undexterous person in this party.
Can we see what the Bravos brew and the
Oil of potency?
Do I know? Is it alcohol?
No,
Oh,
they're magic items. Or
Oh.
they might
well, it
be.
says brew. I thought it might be beer.
They're probably alchemical items.
Oh, I mean, do we know what Bravos brew is? Like, do we know
if only
that?
we had an alchemist on the team.
Yeah, do I know what that is?
Is it in your formula book?
In the book itself?
No, in your book. Do you know how to make that?
No, I do not know how to make that.
Okay, well then you can make a alchemical craft check to recall knowledge to see if you can know what it does.
So a crafting check?
Yep.
Okay. That's 12 total.
Okay, which one were you looking at?
Brado's brew.
Bravos brew.
Okay, this flask of foaming beer grants courage.
It is beer.
It is beer.
I have an alcohol lore even higher, I think. No, I don't. It's the same.
For the next hour after drinking this elixir, you get a +1 item bonus to your will saves, but it is a +2 bonus against fear.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Liquid courage. I
Brave
guess.
little potion, yeah.
So,
Man, if you combine
I learned
that
it
with
now then too, right?
No,
But I'm able to craft it.
no.
I thought it said after coming upon items or potions or mixtures or elixirs or whatever, I could then
I thought
learn them to my
maybe
book.
you have to
I
study
thought
them
you
or
had to
something?
specifically study them in your downtime
Oh, maybe
to add
that's
them
what I
to
have
your
to do.
formula.
Okay,
book.
maybe
So
that's
like
what it is.
basically, if you sat down with your like chemistry set
Mhm.
and
For an
you,
hour and
and
tinkered.
you had
Okay.
a while to do that.
Yeah, it's
you
not
could
just
do it.
like I gain the knowledge.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
like see it and it doesn't like matrix into your
Okay.
mind.
So we don't drink this thing. I could probably maybe make some more of this.
Yeah.
yeah, not
Sure.
yet, not quite yet because it's a level 2 item.
Oh, I could study it for a long time and then maybe in the future figure it out.
Huh.
Seems like something a little out of my skill right now.
What about that?
But I mean,
That
I could just drink it.
Yeah, I think
it might be
hanging on to
tasty.
it, in case we come upon some will saving person.
Might have a
Some
little
will
bit of
saving.
honey taste to it. I'm not sure.
Oils are typically magical items, so that would require someone to make a Arcana check.
The oil of potency.
Yeah.
Well, I would be the spellcaster, but unfortunately, I don't have Arcana.
Well, then you cannot.
Do you have any arcana?
Well, I mean, I have a +1 intelligence, but I'm not trained in it.
Remember, his is
Maybe I'll do a retcon after Rory took the assured for the medicine. Maybe I'll get
Gore,
rid of
what's your arcana?
natural medicine and take a trained in
Arcana
Arcana.
0,
Oh my
nature's.
God. So I have a 2. I'm the highest in this party. I guess checking it doesn't hurt it, right?
What do you mean?
I can look at it and try to decipher what it is.
Yeah, I don't
My
think you're gonna
arcana
set it
check.
off.
No, you need to be trained. in
I don't know
Arcana.
what the fuck this thing is.
Yeah.
Well, good thing there's a local wizard.
Right.
Is there a local wizard?
I mean, there might be.
It
You don't-
almost looks as valuable as that +1 runestone you're carrying around.
Yeah, we probably should do something with that.
How does the runestone work again?
So when you place it against a non-magical item, that a magical becomes a magical item. That is a +1 to hit.
Yeah. So you guys want me to put this on a destiny?
So how does that work with a spellcaster?
It does not.
Oh,
I was gonna put it on my warhammer.
Do it.
Put it on my dagger because I make a lot of melee attacks.
Put it on your warhammer.
All right. So we'll spend the 10 minutes
I think putting on your
war.
warhammer is probably flawed because eventually you're never going to attack with your warhammer again.
Because you're gonna just throw.
No, because when he drinks his mutagens,
I become the beast.
he gets like claws and jaw attacks.
Oh.
Well, I suppose our fighter.
But I still will be getting my
It'd
strength
be
going
cool
up
to
as
have
I
a
go.
magical weapon that could affect magical creatures.
Right, but if you put it onto your weapon, then if you drink a mutagen and have claws and jaw attacks, you're not using it.
No, in that instance. But if I'm just like running into something, I could use my magical warhammer.
You could. The party
Should we put it onto the longsword?
The party should do whatever they want to do.
I'm not giving it to you.
Well, yeah, I'm the
All
worst
right,
candidate
all right.
for it.
Taking a step back, there are 2 places it should go. It should go into hand wraps for Villic, or it should go into Gore's greatsword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Gore doing a crit is way more effective than you.
Yeah. Okay. My first thought is to give it to Gore.
I think so. Especially because he's charging in, running in combat right off the bat.
I just want the magical property on my swords in case we run into something.
Don't be selfish. Just put the damn rune into your sword.
So go ahead and put it. So now your greatsword is a +1 greatsword.
All right.
So that means that your to hit should now be a whopping
11?
11.
Does it affect damage or it's just
No.
to hit? Just to hit.
Just to hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
But magical now.
Right. So what that means is against something like a AC 16 creature, Gore crits it on a 15.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, think like back to 3rd edition
Yeah.
D&D.
It's very insane.
5 depths on the crit.
That's why when you said put your proficiency up by 1 on everything, I'm like, even
Yeah.
that one? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So you have what was on Suto.
Mm-hmm.
However, as you are examining him, there's this cool thing here, but it's got some art. He's got this little drawing, a little journal.
Oh, okay.
What an artist.
Is
Yeah.
it in common?
It is. All right. This small leather-bound booklet contains about 36 parchment pages, most of which Suto has filled with maps of Sandpoint or erotic drawings of what appear to be Nualia.
Is she hot?
I mean, yeah, she's an Aesmar.
Sweet.
However, the maps each depict different attack plans. The first set shows the attack plans for a group of about 30 goblins. And there's maybe about 5 or 6 different maps with, showing the arrows where the goblins are going to be staged. One of these several plans has been circled, and you kind of recognize it as probably the plan that they initiated the night you guys arrived in town.
Phase 1.
Phase 1. However, more ominously and of more pressing concern are the next several pages, which illustrate another set of battle plans, which apparently are still being decided upon. However, it is a force of what appears to be 200 goblins. None of these have been circled and several have been scratched out, but it does appear that the forces of Suto and Suto's would-be lover, Nualia, involve gaining a huge veritable army of goblins. And it looks like the battle plan for this time isn't a distraction. It is the destruction of Sandpoint.
Do we see anything for like a time frame?
I'm just
No.
saying, she looks pretty hot, guys.
No, but let's talk about that.
Focus.
So
the important parts here.
It's harder than
So-
the liquor I've been
So
drinking.
one of the battle plan, or one of the pages, Suto's journal proceeds. The raid went about as planned. A few of the thistle-top goblins perished, and we were able to secure Tobin Ezekian's casket with ease, while the rubes were distracted by the rest. I can't wait for the real raid. This town deserves a real burning, that's for sure.
I just don't get her, but she's hot, so
Then, underneath some of the proposed battle plans for the larger multi-hundred goblin assault, Chief Rip Nugget seems to favor
Rip Nugget?
Rip Nugget. They already know about Rip Nugget. Weren't you paying attention?
Nope.
Rip Nugget.
That was one of the 5 goblin chieftains.
Oh, I must have missed it.
I don't think you told us that. We just
No,
saw
Shalelu.
she only told us about Bruthad.
No, she told you about the 5.
She just told us there were 5 tribes, one of them being the Mogwood goblins.
If I would have heard Rip Nugget.
Yeah, they did not say Rip Nugget.
Well, Rip Nugget is the chieftain of the thistle-top goblins.
Thistletop, so I wrote that one down.
Rip Nugget seems to favor the overwhelming land approach, but I don't think that is the best plan. We should get the Quasit's aid. Send her freaks up from below via the smuggling tunnels in my father's glassworks. And then invade from the river and from the glassworks in smaller but more focused strikes. The rest agree, except Bruthazimus. And I'm pretty sure the bugbear's just being contrary just to annoy me. My lover's too distracted with the lower chambers to make any decision.
Wait, her? Who?
Him.
He said my lover?
My lover.
Okay, so her.
Too distracted with the lower chambers to make a decision. She says that once Malfisheknor is released, and under her command, we won't need to worry about being subtle. She said that Sandpoint will burn. I hope she's right. there's a
Can you
last
tell me the spelling on that crazy demon name? I'm sure.
Shackmore.
Rip Nugget?
Rip Nugget.
No, I got Rip Nugget.
Malfa Sheknor.
Yeah.
MALFEH.
Yeah.
Actually, don't worry about the spelling because it's going to be annoying and like
Malfisecnor.
just put it down as best as you can, and after the like at some point,
Yeah, I'll be on the board.
Yeah, I'll put it on the board.
But somebody, we don't know who, that's his name, is in the lower chamber and she's trying to gain control of him and release him.
Correct.
And then
Yikes.
there's a bugbear. And then there's going to be
No,
goblins.
there's no bugbear, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Bruthacimus is a
Bruthacimus
bugbear?
is a bugbear.
I thought he was
is
just a
the
big
bugbear.
goblin. I thought he was just a big goblin.
Bruthacimus is a big bugbear ranger.
Okay.
The last page, which seems to be more recent, seems written in a more concerned fashion. My love seems bent on going through with it. Nothing I can say can convince her of her beauty. She remains obsessed with removing what she calls her celestial taint and replacing it with her new mother's grace.
Ugh.
Burning her father's remains at the Thistletop Shrine seems to have begun her transformation. But I can't say that her new demonic hand is pleasing to me. Hopefully, when she offers all of Sandpoint to Lamashtu's fires, her new body won't be as hideous. Maybe I'll luck out. After all, succubi are demons, right?
Yeah. What was that last name? Something.
So a couple things pop out to you that you understand. Lamashtu.
Yeah, what's that?
And also earlier on, she said her mother's grace, and mother was capitalized. Lamashtu is a goddess,
Okay.
the goddess, the mother of monsters
So she's doing some sort of ritual at the altar
of Lamashtu.
Of Lamashtu. We've got
Which is on Thistletop, the top of Thistletop Shrine
Yep.
or something.
and then we have a bugbear getting ready to attack. We have goblins coming in from the river.
so
There's
she
goblins
wants to
coming
get-
in from the secret point in the
Mhm.
where we just discovered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to barricade these tunnels.
Yeah, sure.
And
And then what do you think's best? Do we want to stake out? at
Well,
the,
there's a couple of things.
Do we know where Thistletop is? Is that a place?
So there's a couple of things that pop out to you as you read through these. Number one, you obviously get the implications of the raid.
Mm-hmm.
But number two is he did mention in the so there's a couple of words that you might not know, but your characters would know.
Mm-hmm.
So one was Lamashtu, who is a goddess, mother of monsters, sort of the freaks and the dark things of the deep and the evil. The second was he mentioned that when they were talking about the plans, he wanted to get the Quasit's aid.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
A Quasit is a small demon.
Oh.
And
another clan.
he said, send her, referring to the Quasit, sending the Quasit's freaks up from below via the smuggling tunnel in my father's Glasswork.
Yeah, that's how I really want to barricade this shit down.
Yeah.
So there's apparently a demon below Sandpoint.
That's getting ready to.
But
Attack
she's
from
going
below.
to come up through the tunnels.
Yes.
So my guess is the first thing we should do before even checking out this fucking dude's room. Are we in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. We should probably barricade these. How many tunnels are there? It's a bunch.
Well, yeah, but what are you going to do?
Take whatever glass scraps we can find and chuck them in there.
We
Right.
got some cement.
I don't know what else kind of things they got in this shop.
I mean, do you think that's going to stop a demon?
Not a demon, but the
Well, that's
demon's freaks.
But yeah, so you think it's going to stop the demon's freaks?
I don't know what demon freaks are. I'm just a simple dwarf.
So
I was assuming that I could stop with chucking this shit. Why do they need the tunnels then?
Throw a bomb in there and collapse the tunnels.
I could throw some bombs in there and collapse the tunnels.
So in any case, unfortunately, probably not because your bombs do very little damage. And
What are these tunnels made of?
Earth.
I'm fucking blow it up.
Well, they obviously need the tunnels to get in. So
Well, no, remember, Bruthaximus wants to just go, and Rip Nugget just want to go over land.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we can
Well,
handle those guys.
I imagine it's going to be a multi-pronged attack.
Well, that's what they're saying. And then they're saying that Nualia is, or he's saying, Nualia is like, guys, it doesn't even matter. Once I awaken Malfa Sheknor, it won't even matter.
Right. So I guess then perhaps the best thing is to make sure that we stop her from transforming.
Well, yeah, I think we have to get to this. The Thistletop Shrine is
Yeah.
one of our key objectives right now is to get there. But part of me says, yeah, I'll just throw anything I can to slow them down in these tunnels. I mean, I'm
Can
just
we-
standing here. I might as well chuck some shit in there.
Right. Well, I mean, there is right. So you guys haven't explored that yet, but there is also the tunnel the smuggler's tunnel, which is like, back around the corner.
Mhm.
Does anyone have the skill of occultism?
No.
No.
I mean, neither.
Bruce Aximus was the tribe chief of.
He is not a tribe chief of anything.
Oh,
He's just a big old baddie.
He's a bugbear.
bugbear.
John Wick.
A John Wick bugbear.
That sounds scary.
He's like a John Wick of the bugbears, or of the goblins. He works for them, gets paid well.
He's the mercenary.
He's like a mercenary.
So as we're talking, though, I'm just chucking shit in these tunnels or whatever tunnel I see. Because I assume we're going to have to go back over to this tunnel real quick. And just look at the tunnels.
Right.
At least. How many tunnels do we see? Is there one tunnel?
Well, I figure if we split and head to the Thistletop, I'm sure
Thistletop is many days away.
many days away.
Yeah, and through trackless.
Is it a forest?
It's through trackless wilderness.
Well, maybe not to the survey wildlife guy, but
Maybe to the guy with a +5
So
nature check.
Thistletop is a Thistletop is sort of a island cliff dozens of miles to the northeast.
almost like Devil's Rock in
Yeah.
like, was it Arizona? Like just
Well-
a giant plateau?
Yeah, so it's a plateau, but
A
it's out in the
forest?
water.
Oh, interesting.
So
So if you can imagine, like, take an island,
Mhm.
but then like raise it up,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's got cliffs all side of it. And people call it Thistletop because they say it looks like a head, and it looks like the guy's got like a
and it's
thistle
gonna blow
top.
its stack. Yeah, is that a thistle top?
sure
This is a
Okay.
plant.
Oh, the thistle
yeah,
plant.
thistle
Yeah.
plant.
Um,
But anyways, people have always said it looks like a face.
Oh,
So it looks like
maybe
a
it's a giant demon. Who knows? I feel like we should,
let's tell the sheriff so
Yeah,
we
we
can
should
get
go back
some
and
men
definitely
on
talk to the
the
mayor or sheriff.
tunnels.
and Shalelu.
I think we just head down the tunnels.
You want to go down the tunnel?
Fuck it, let's find this bad boy.
What?
The demon. Let's go confront him.
I don't agree with this plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go take a look a couple 100 feet in maybe, but I don't really want to get too deep into this nonsense. Maybe to the first
sound like a
off-road.
coward. That's what it sounds like.
What
to me.
what else
No,
you want
I
to do?
sound like a survivor.
What else? Azius, what should we do?
I think,
Let's send Ameiko back to tell the sheriff.
yeah, we could do that.
Ameiko, she's finally catching people. She goes, I cannot believe my brother was involved in all of this. There have always been strange rumors about Sandpoint. Dark dreams. In fact, several years ago, shortly before all the murders, I remember having a terrifying dream. I dreamt of a dark place, hidden in the depths below the town. I wonder now if that dream was somehow a prophecy. Shortly thereafter, my mother died. Presumably, she fell, but some say she was pushed by my father.
No coincidence.
And then the cathedral burned. And then,
It's a few days later after your dream?
and then,
Seems too
and
coincidental.
then that's
Into
when
the depths we go.
And that's when the murders began as well. Old Mr. Stute, a small eccentric man who'd lived in the town his whole life, carving beautiful wood carvings of birds. Suddenly there was a rash of murders, serial killer, if you will. And it turned out it was him,
Who?
Mr. Stute.
Mr. Stute.
He killed people?
Yeah.
Probably
Probably because of his dreams.
demonically
Well, I'm just
enhanced.
wondering, were
I'm
your
just
dreams
saying-
prophecies or were they just
That's what-
controlling? the-
Exactly.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what she's saying. Like, there is something. She's like, now that she's read this, she's like, I mean, there's always been rumors, like the boogeyman underneath
Yeah, the
Sandpoint.
demon beneath.
Yeah, but like now she's like putting this all together, and she's like, whatever happened that night, something happened, and it awakened something.
When you say something happened, obviously you had this dream, but like did anything that you noticed trigger the dream? Like something happened before and all of a sudden you had the dream that night.
Anything suspicious?
All of a sudden
around?
dream and shit happened.
No, but I remember awaking in a rage,
Like you were going to go serial killer like Mr. Stute?
maybe. But I also
Shit.
know that surge of rage found within my chest, it found barren soil. I did not carry the hate in my heart that perhaps others did.
So maybe it just exemplifies what is already in there.
Yes. They
Poor
said
Mr. Stute.
they said later on that Stute was very, very, very abused as a young boy. And I think whatever happened that night awakened in him. And a terrible, terrible rage.
Yikes.
So make sure you get anything, if we're fighting a demon, make sure you have any potions that give you a will save buff. Make sure you have that ready. Just because we don't want you to lose anything.
You seem pretty intelligent there, Mr. Burl.
I think that we should seal up the tunnels, but I do think it is worth investigating.
So here's my plan.
Seal the tunnels with us inside.
Okay. I will go to the sheriff. I will tell him everything that has happened. But if you are feeling ready, I would maybe go back to the inn, get a good night's sleep, and then
drink a good night's drink.
Did you have any more of that winter drop at?
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the reserve.
It goes without saying that, gentlemen, you have saved my life, and you have uncovered the horrible betrayal of my family and have avenged the death of my father. You can stay and drink and eat at the Rusty Dragon for life.
Quick question.
This is how we don't have to worry about starving.
Yeah, do you guys have to-go bags?
Yeah.
If we're going on this adventure underground, I don't have any food with me.
You didn't take any rations?
I probably have some.
You need an adventurers pack that has rations in it.
All right, guys. So what I think would be a good goal for tonight would be for you guys to explore the Catacombs of Wrath.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because
they're called the Catacombs of Wrath.
Can it get any worse? Like Catacombs on its own is scary, and then the Catacombs of Wrath.
Yeah, why do these have this terrible name?
They're doubling up on it. The demon at the Catacombs of Wrath. Thistletop. How do we get there? I wonder if it's like you get there and like a demon floats you up.
No,
I've got a jump spell if it's 30 feet tall.
Okay. There might be you never know. There's sometimes those kind of things have tunnels that lead up. Stairs.
It is funny, especially with like at the beginning of the game when spells and stuff. When you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail, And so like when someone has like a jump spell, you're always like, we could do this plan because I can jump.
Look, I can jump about that high.
That's pretty damn high.
Yeah. Because I can jump.
I took the spell.
Yeah, so let's go back to the inn, get some food, get some drink.
So you guys go back to the inn, you guys rest up. So recover all your spells. Bob, you get a new fresh batch of infusions. And remember, you now get 4 infused reagents because it's your level plus your int modifier.
So now what I'll do is I'll make 6 things and keep the other one for.
So one of the changes I'm making right now is that when you make a batch, you get 4.
Oh shit! So when I make something, I get 4 of that something.
Yeah, but we're not with quick alchemy, but with your advanced alchemy.
The ones I do the day before.
The ones you do in the morning.
Yeah, so that's gonna be elixir of life.
But they have to be all the same. So 1 to 4.
Yeah, I make 4 of elixir of life.
Yes,
and then I'm gonna do 4 of my Juggernaut.
Yep.
Now here's
you better be smashing those motherfuckers at every opportunity. Oh, we're starting battle.
But you said something about will saves.
Well, we had that potion.
He was talking about the Bravos brew that gives a bonus.
The Bravos brew.
Yeah.
So make sure you have that with you.
Well, we have it, but I'm just wondering. I can make a mutagen.
How long does it take you to? Well, we can't because
I can make it right now. No, I got a mutagen
that gives you will.
That will
All
give
I'm saying
you
is
gain an item bonus to will saves.
Let's look at the bad guy we've been hearing about. He's a demon who is mind controlling dudes to do like the crazies. You seen that movie?
I assume she's female for sure.
She could be a lady demon.
70s version or the 2000s?
All my demons are female.
No,
but I should see the 70s. I love horror films.
The note said referred to the closet as a she.
Oh, it's a she. Excuse me.
The she demon,
the lady demon. So. If she is mind controlling dudes in their sleep, guys who appear to be peaceful guys their whole lives, making birdhouses and shit, and
so I'm thinking the Serene Mutagen.
Yeah, tell us about it.
You gain inner serenity, focused on the fine details, and steeled against mental assaults.
Yeah. That sounds great.
So I'll make 4 of those. I'll make 4 of those.
That's good. And those you can share, right?
Absolutely.
I don't need it because I have a baller +7 will save. But Gore, what is your?
I only have 5.
Okay, it's still good
You
though.
say you have a baller will save? What do I got?
Only because it's my only thing that I have trained as an expert.
I have 6, so I definitely would need it.
Everything else is trained as just trained.
Yes.
Do I resolve? Go back to full?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a good potion to take.
Yeah, so I'll make 4 of those, 4 Juggernauts, 4 elixirs of life, which are just healing potions. And then I can always make something on the fly, but it's going to cost me basically my spells or my slot.
And what is the one you took that you hadn't taken before? It gives you a +2 to will?
No, plus you gain an item bonus to will save, so it's basically +1. The bonus is +1 or +2 versus mental. And the duration is 1 minute.
That's good. Yeah, because I imagine when we do fight the she demon, I imagine her trying to take over people's minds will be a thing.
Mhm.
And if that were the
Not
case,
yours. You're just a
Well, I mean, a
steel
plus
trap
7.
back there.
So it's not that much.
It's like Jean Grey over there. No one's getting into that dome. Which I don't know if you guys read X-Men, but the swords thing that they're doing right now is pretty sick.
No, but I did see there's a version of the Turtles comic book that I really want to read.
Oh.
I forget what it's called, but it like re-explores. It was like a 2010s or something, where it like re-explores the Turtles.
That's pretty sweet. I know I've been listening to the guys on YouTube do like Power Rangers and stuff like that. It's been pretty entertaining. But the new X-Men stuff by Jonathan
Turtle
Hickman
one
is sick.
started at 101, right?
Was it?
I was kind of looking at it yesterday. I didn't
Oh,
know
geez.
it was what.
Small world.
Yeah.
So we are, that's the ones I'm going to make. We're waked up fully refreshed. We're fully refreshed and ready to go.
We didn't figure out what the oil of potency was, right?
We just know it's an oil.
Okay.
None of us know enough about oils to know, but we'll keep it with us. The Thieves tool, I guess one of you guys will take. I'm not really good at that.
The IDW publishing.
Oh,
Is that
nice.
the one you were looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch, and like they have like the whole volume, but they're like 14 or 15 volumes, and then like one of them is just like Casey Jones they introduce, and like Shredder and
Hey, Derek.
Bebop and Rocksteady. I'm like, oh,
What
this
does
looks-
Thieves tool use?
If you have your
for
library
checks?
card, then you get the Hoopla app.
Oh, you can-
Thievery?
you can,
You
read
can
them
check
there.
those out.
That's nice.
Hashtag not sponsored. But
Thieves tools.
I'm
I
just-
have Thievery already.
I know. I was just like, the Thieves? I just was thinking. who
what's that
should
take?
hold on.
Dexterity?
Or yeah, is it Dex?
Yeah, no, thieving is a dexterous.
I have a 1 in
skill.
thievery and I have 2 in dex.
Yeah, you'll take the Thieves tools. I know that
I'll take the
Villic
Thieves
already
tools.
has it.
He has the thieves tools
He
on?
already he bought it in town.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
He's kind of a tricky son of a bitch.
Who, me or me?
Villic.
Oh, Villic, yeah.
Yeah, we don't even know where he went. He raided
Can-
some bodies and that's
He
disappeared.
bolted.
Can he use that short bow too?
Probably not.
No.
Because he's going to want to be unarmed.
When
He'll
it says-
definitely take those
so-
unarmed.
Yeah, he's more of a
raps.
staff kind of guy. Yeah, he'll take the wraps.
Yeah.
Can
I mean,
any of you use the bow?
so
Nope.
Dex is, well, I don't know if I'm trained in it. I
So
can take a look.
let's take a look. It's a composite short bow, which is a martial weapon.
Yep.
Oh, I do not have
So
proficiency.
if you're not trained in martial weapons, then you get 0 plus your dex.
Yeah, +2. Well, and that is including the magical nature
We
of
can
the,
just sell
not
this
magical.
bitch.
It's not magical. It's just a composite bow.
Yeah. The thing is it costs 14 gold.
So we can sell it for that?
Sell it for
You
half.
sell for half. But remember, in this game, silver is like gold. So, like for example,
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
14
Gold is like copper. It's like platinum. It's like
140
silver.
you start the game with 150 silver, which
And-
is 15 gold.
Oh, so it's just.
And this
order
is
of
14
magnitude.
gold.
Okay.
So you basically could
a whole
never-
character's worth of gold.
It's basically
starting
yeah.
player.
So a short bow is 3 gold. A composite short bow is 14 gold.
All right. Well, let's hold on to it and we'll just sell that shit.
So so you have to be martial to be able to use it.
Yeah, we'll sell
I
it.
certainly don't have a proficiency.
Yeah, we'll sell that.
Then
thing.
the other question was
Thieves tools is it used just Dex or is
Thieves
it
tools.
used like thievery?
It gives you a bonus.
no,
to
it's
your
not like
thievery
5th
check.
edition.
That's what I'm asking.
It is not like 5th edition. You have to have the thievery skill.
Oh, so none of us are even trained in that except for I think
Oh.
Danny. I don't even know if he is.
Well, what's the value of a thieves tool?
3 gold.
Ugh. Well, let's put it in the bag.
If you have thieves tools, it allows you need thieves tools in order to pick locks or to disable devices using the thievery skill. So if you have the thievery skill, but you don't have thieves tools,
You can't pick a lock.
You can't pick a
Does
lock.
Villic have? I know he has thieves tool, but is he thievery?
Villic is not trained
Yeah, so
in
none of
thievery.
the fuck.
I have
Sorry,
1
jeez.
in thievery.
Yeah, but you're not trained.
We're
in
not
it.
trained,
Yeah,
that's the
neither
thing.
am I.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's
So
take
it's
a,
rough.
So number one,
That's gonna be rough for
obviously
us.
that gets rougher as you go on because
Yeah, someone's gonna have to like learn how to do
Uh,
some
I
shit.
I was thinking.
So if you're
retconning
not
my
trained in thievery, the only thing you can try to do is steal, and you can try to pick a pocket.
You wanted the retcon?
If you want to disable a trap or pick a lock, you have to be trained.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
as we level up, someone's gonna need to do something.
Well, something to consider is I think at level 3, every one of you gets
It's
a
trained
skill
in
increase.
skill.
So you can take one of your skills from trained to expert, but you can also take a skill from nothing to trained. So
Won't be me in thievery. Just letting you know.
so really you got to
I
ask
think it's
yourself.
either
need
you
to
or
use-
Villic.
you need to use as
I
much
assume it'd
as
be
you can.
Villic.
I mean, Monk would probably make a good
Yeah,
thing. It really comes down to though.
he's got the highest dex.
Are there skills that you guys, if he doesn't have a skill that he's really, I want this skill to be expert, then it's a reasonable
Mhm.
option.
Yeah, Arcana would be good. If
For you.
if I covered that for the
Right.
group.
Well, for example, whereas like for Gore, him going to expert in medicine is a huge deal because it allows him to be able to do the bigger heals.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. I was looking at those two and it was like, oh, you have to be expert in this. Oh, you have to be expert in
Correct.
this. And I was like, oh, that's weird for level 2.
No,
I don't
almost
know
all
if
that
they
was
would've
like that.
gotten the expert
'cause-
already.
It's because rogues get skill
Oh.
increase every level.
Oh, okay.
So a rogue could be an expert in
Medicine.
medicine at level 2.
Okay.
And then they could take one of those feats. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think the rogue would be the medicine guy.
The rogue's a skill guy.
We're skill guys.
So the rogue can kind of be everything.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. Master of none. Actually, he's a master of a lot. Okay. So you guys proceed to the smuggler's tunnel.
Point. I go head first. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So remember, this was the morning, right?
Morning.
So you guys go back to the inn. You eat a meal.
What was the breakfast?
Pancakes
I do love pancakes.
with a big thick rasher of bacon.
I asked for an omelet.
You're always so picky there, Burrow.
We have sausage.
I'll have one quail omelet, please.
Okay.
I'll take some more of the winter drop to get going.
How much do I weigh?
I don't know.
You should have determined that before we started this game.
Yeah.
Big influence here. Big.
I'm a big.
I'm 3'3". How much?
170 pounds at 4 foot. So but I'm kind of wide.
Yeah, but 3'3". I don't imagine I weigh that.
I'm like
Also-
buck 15.
You're ruining shot pop.
I expect a dwarven forge out of us, Mr. Derek.
Have you played with it?
Oh yeah, actually, when I
Forge.
first started playing D&D with Derek, he would put it out there, and it was like, "Holy shit, this stuff's awesome!" Right? But as Derek said, sometimes you need to be able to go on the fly. Like you don't know what we're going to get into today, and that's where, I mean, I have a big dry erase board like this, and it becomes in handy when I try to DM. But I do have WizKids stuff, which they count some nice half wall height stuff. It's clickable. It clicks in together. I mean, I created things in like 20 minutes before a mission. It looks really, really sharp, and you can drop that like on this. And
You ever seen any of the like digital ones where they're like project
Digital maps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw.
well, don't you guys do a TV too? Like that's sort of digital mapping
Yeah,
too.
Aaron's. We have a flat screen TV in the thing, and then Aaron uses a software to make a map.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's got like animations on it. So like the water.
Is it Dungeon
ripples.
Fog? Is that what he uses?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
what it
Dungeon
is.
Fog is a big popular one.
That's pretty cool.
It could be. It
But
could
either way, and actually there's a thing it's called Dungeons and Lasers had a Kickstarter, and I bought a bunch of their stuff too. It's all unpainted, so again, more projects for my wife to do. She'll hate me, but it's all, like very expansive. So now when I built this amazing game table by this DM that we have here, is a great woodcrafter. I can basically build a dungeon like that I've seen on TV, like or on the YouTubes. People do like the entire game tables of one giant dungeon. I can almost do that now, and it'd be really cool to like say, all right, my brother's in town finally from the army, and like he wants his buddy to come over, and like have Rory come over because he lives down the street. It's like, all right, we're gonna like play tonight. Just get as fucking far as we can go. Just a fucking slaughter fest, murder hobo our way through this thing. That kind of, I think that'd be fun. Plus, when I make maps with out of stuff, my kids like to play with them.
Oh yeah.
Like they like to move characters through.
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure.
This they don't get as much enjoyment out of, though I do have a lot of Derek has them too, just mats that you can roll out. Just I have lots
like
of those.
pre-designed.
Yeah,
printed
I
maps.
bought Dungeons in a Box for a year, and with that, everyone comes like 1 or 2 maps.
Yeah.
So I have fold up maps that my daughter likes to play on too.
Yeah, and those are good too. Like in a pinch, just play that map.
Wait till you see this new thing I got, and Derek will like it, called Battle Mats. And they're large like this. It's a book, and it's 2 books, and they fold out, and they're dry erase books, and then they have like walkways, and they all connect in certain ways, but different ways.
Oh yeah, and you can switch them out.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Kickstarters, my kryptonite.
Kickstarter is a lot of people's. It's a lot of people's kryptonite.
Still waiting for like all my stuff to come in. I bought this big thing of Geek Tank games. It's like paper minis, but they stand up vertical. They're super well graphicked, and so I have a ton of them that I got. They're gonna make my things really cool, but I'm waiting for like 10 months for these things. So
That's
I'm
the
getting
downside,
them,
right?
Yeah, I'm getting them soon. They're supposed to be here in like mid to late November, I think, and it'd be pretty cool. Again, it's funny that I get all this stuff because it's gonna be awesome. But like Derek's my DM. Like I barely DM.
All right.
We over here?
Yeah, well, not really, but
Okay. We have
okay.
no idea what's going on.
From Sandpoint, in the basement of. Thank you.
He's returning.
You gave me Villic.
Is that Villic?
Yes, he's got the wizard staff or monk staff.
He's a goblin.
The normal
And he looks
green
different
Yoda
looking. Yeah.
Those are you.
Okay, from the basement of the Sandpoint Glassworks, a long tunnel leading through the bedrock beneath Sandpoint seems to wind on for some distance. However, as you proceed down the tunnel, you can see signs and remnants of what appear to have been goblins having passed through here recently. However, as you're about 100 feet down the tunnel, you notice at one point where a passage to the west, which diverges from the main tunnel, seems to have been bricked off
Recently?
and then broken.
Where am I looking?
This is not on the map.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
So you're in a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
It's going straight.
Yes.
If you follow it for another 1,500 feet, it will emerge on a beach like half a mile from Sandpoint.
So you could smuggle in from the
Got it.
river.
Okay, exactly.
But then there was a thing to the west.
Yep.
Right, but then there's a
Now
separate
I see
tunnel,
it. Got it.
side tunnel,
Mhm.
and that tunnel was bricked over, but has been broken down.
That's probably the one that goes.
But it looks like it was.
Deeper and
But it looks
deeper.
like it's been broken down for a while.
Okay.
deeper and
Like
deeper.
dust and debris, like it's settled, like there's dirt in, like you know what I mean,
Mhm.
like this was probably broken down years ago.
Mhm.
Well, if we were to do a quick perception check of sorts, and I wanted to see where do I see plenty of goblin footprints coming or going from?
Well, all the goblins seem to have come down from this main tunnel.
From the brick tunnel.
No,
From the sea.
From the sea.
Out to the sea.
Yeah.
Is it a lake? Is it a sea? Is it a river?
See.
Sea.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the one guy wanted to come in.
Yeah, but so there's just 30 goblins or 30 plus goblins came on a boat
Yeah.
no, it goes down to the beach.
and the beach connects to the forest?
Sure,
Oh, okay.
eventually. I
So they just-
it doesn't connect to an island.
No, but would anybody see them? 30 goblins around on the beach?
Not half a mile from town.
Mm.
Does the wall look like it was blown inward or outward?
You cannot possibly tell.
It just
It's
blown
more like
up.
crumbled. I mean, it's been there for a while. It's been
Yeah. In
chilling
fact,
for a
I
while.
would say the dwarf is able to recognize pickaxe marks on the brickworks.
This looks like some shitty pickaxing.
Mm, yeah, like someone broke it down with a pickaxe.
Yeah. Not a dwarven pickaxe.
No.
Nothing or supernatural broke it. It was
It's. I mean, can you detect magic? Then you can't tell.
man.
All
This
right, well,
looks, as far as I know, the simple tool of a pickaxe.
all right, well, let's head down here.
And I only know so much.
AZ, it's you first. Well, you second. Gore first.
Well, I don't think Gore should be leading anything. He barely can see down here.
I'll tell him which way to go.
I have low light vision.
Yeah, it's pretty
Right.
dark down this other tunnel, right?
But it's very dark. So
Yeah,
what
so
are
I'll
you
lead
using
the
for
way.
light?
Me.
Oh no, you can't see in the dark.
He can't see in the dark.
Correct.
Yeah. So he just grabbed on my shoulder.
So you're in pitch black.
Okay.
You good with that,
So
Gore?
you're blind.
Or do you feel okay?
Does the adventure pack come with the
Do you guys have a
like
torch?
Class, my
An
person,
adventurer's
everything I
pack
could.
contains flint and steel, 2 weeks of rations, and 5 torches.
All right.
There you
I'll
go.
light up a torch.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right. So then you
And I'll
cannot.
carry a dagger in my other hand.
Okay. So I was going to say you have to put away your sword.
Ah, it's a little bright. I like
Okay.
it dark.
All right. With the torch lit and with your dark vision,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can see that this side tunnel passageway extends downward. Nope. Yeah, coming from that way.
Okay, so can Lucky see in the dark?
He's low light.
Oh, he's low light, so now he
Yeah.
can see really well.
Yeah, with the torch, he's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. All right, guys. Seems to be an adventure.
So as you approach closer now, you see that this appears to have been some sort of secondary tunnel. It looked like it was carved by whoever carved the main tunnel. Carved this, but it looks like this was carved later.
Okay.
So whoever built the one tunnel looks like maybe they were trying to build a second tunnel. Maybe they wanted to come up in a different place in town or something.
Second access point.
Exactly. So, however, as you look up ahead, you can see that your torchlight in the dark vision, there seems to be some sort of opening up ahead, another passageway further down to the north and to the east.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm kind of the one that likes to check all the stuff.
Let's check out that first room.
So
I usually
now,
follow along the wall
Okay.
to the right.
so now we are in exploration mode.
Mm-hmm.
So at Pathfinder, in exploration mode, just like in combat, you have to take actions.
Mm-hmm.
So this is winding around a turn and going down and north and east.
West.
Put a gigantic N at the far end. Thank you.
Because it was originally going west. The broken down wall was going west.
Correct.
That's over here somewhere. That's off.
Okay.
Right. This
Then
is a side
It
passage.
hooked north.
Okay.
Okay,
Then it
so
looks north.
when you say,
Okay.
so I will take my action to move. Is that what you're kind of saying?
I am not saying that.
No.
No, things like maybe a perception check or a.
Oh, that kind of stuff.
No, there are specific actions that you can take while exploring.
What if I printed these out? Man, that marker is so ridiculously intoxicating.
All right. So while you're traveling and exploring, one of the things that you want to do is sort of to generally make, let me know what you're wanting to do. Now, of course, if all you're doing is just 479. If all you're doing is just making pace and just booking it full speed, like when you're going across town, okay, we just assume that you're moving at full speed. Okay. Okay. So if that's the case, you go ahead and just move at full speed. But if you want to do something other than simply just travel, then typically you're going to sort of describe what sort of exploration action you is going to do. So there's a lot of things that have the exploration tag, and these are sort of additional things that your character can do. Now, when you do them, you typically move at half speed. If you want to do two things, then you really can't move at all.
Okay.
So as an example, if your character wants to be searching, such as constantly on the lookout for hidden doors, hazards, and such, then you move at half speed, and I'm going to allow your character to be able to make seek checks using your perception to sort of be on the lookout. On the other hand, someone could decide that they want to be scouting, such as scouting ahead or watching the groups behind, moving at half speed. But then if you do that at the start of the next encounter, everyone in the party gets a +1 bonus to initiative.
All right. Well, I think that, I'll.
That should be, can Lucky scout?
Search lets you do
Of course
100
not.
Dang it.
feet every minute. So at most, we'll be doing 10 minutes of searching as we
Well,
go
first,
along.
before I do anything, do I hear anything? Do
Well,
I
I think-
hear
would that be
anything
scouting?
moving around?
No, it's quiet.
Okay, so I don't feel, my character doesn't feel like he needs to be stealthy because I haven't heard anything that makes me think that I need to be stealthy. Though,
Well, I think that's fair, but I think it would be helpful if we had someone doing scout and
yeah.
someone doing search, because then scout will alert us if there is something coming.
Well, no, Scout will give you a +1 bonus to your initiative.
What will it let us know? What will let us know if something is coming? Would that be search as well, or search is looking for like doors and
Search is
items
looking for doors and stuff.
Because my thought was, we can avoid notice, right? We can just sort of stealth around
Because
here.
at the end of the day, Matt, because think about it, what is your
It's
initiative?
perception.
What is your initiative check? Usually
It's perception.
perception.
Yeah,
So that's what that is. That represents your character being like, I see.
and I guess that would be the avoid notice.
Well, no, that's you stealthing and
Yeah.
trying to avoid being detected.
Yeah.
So anyways, so there's a couple different options that just make the game play a little bit more procedural so that you can sort of tell me what you're doing. I mean, ultimately what the question is if your character is doing some other things other than just moving,
Mhm.
it'll slow you down a little bit, but you'll have some additional options. So with that in mind, what
Do you
would
guys
you?
want to do stealth or do you want to search?
Well, Burl is going to be searching, so
Okay.
you guys, we could do other things. Like as we move along, Burl is going to be spending his time looking for like hidden shit. Maybe as Gore, maybe you want to be doing scouting.
So I like to walk with my hand on the wall.
Yeah, I'll scout.
What is that?
Well, I'm a dwarf. But I that's how I
Well,
follow the wall.
luckily that's not an action.
No,
so-
that's what I'm just
With
saying.
the torch and low light vision, I have the same effectiveness.
You do.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll be scouting.
Okay, so Gore is going to are you going to be scouting from the rear or from the front of the party?
Scout.
Doesn't make a difference.
I'll scout ahead.
Okay, so Gore is going to be a few steps ahead and he is going to be on the lookout.
Yep.
Okay.
Matt?
Burrow's going to be just searching,
All
looking
right,
for hidden doors.
So Matt, you're going to be looking for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and such, which means there's sort of two ways you can search. You can sort of search in the sense that, like, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. I'm going to be looking at the rocks and the floors and the ceilings, in which case you can move at half speed. Or you can move like at a crawl speed where you're like kicking over every rock, breaking every Diablo pot. You know what I mean?
We'll go intermediate.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I would think.
Okay.
I would think I'm doing the same thing. If I'm following the wall in here, I'm sort of searching as well.
Yeah, you could be
right?
searching
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah. So we've kind of
So you're both- yeah.
started trying to turn this corner into this room.
Great. So
I
you
like to
guys,
follow the wall.
yeah, you guys begin searching as Gore said he's in the lead. And as you guys kind of come into the room, the torchlight from Gore's torch flickers into a dry and dusty chamber. And at first, your eyes glaze right over, but then suddenly the torchlight snaps back, and you see, emerging from the darkness, a black-skinned creature, multi-armed, dripping with ichor. Its large
This thing
fanged
made
body
no noise.
with spine sticking out of the back of it. No, your perception is just too low.
Dang it.
The creature breathes heavily as it brings up massive claws and jaws and slavers forwards,
Oh shit.
saliva dripping from its jaws.
Is he friendly?
He is not. Go ahead and make a perception check for
Everyone?
initiative.
Okay.
Yes.
We get plus
But everyone
one.
gets +1 to this because of scouting.
That's gonna be a 16 for
It's
Azius.
going to be a 30 for me.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it is
Nine.
his like dungeon.
I
or
mean,
whatever.
that's true. I just
19.
rolled a 20.
19.
Gore got a 20 or 19. Azius,
16, please.
Burl,
19.
whatever.
I'll roll you for it.
No, who has a higher perception?
I have a 7.
Gore.
I can't hear you. When you're
Gore.
not
Oh, 5.
Seven.
So he's got a 7.
Okay. The creature quickly lumbers forward. As it moves forward, it's distorted and twisted. Oh, by the way, there we go.
Oh, man.
Oh man, it's like the vampires from Blade 2.
Blade 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. As the creature moves forward, yes, its gigantic, its lower jaw unhinges, and what resembles a creature that may have once been some sort of human, but twisted. Its strange face and nose seem to sniff the air as if it's trying to determine who to attack.
Is-
and then
Have eyes?
Is this the descent?
it does.
Does have eyes?
It then moves in on Gore. So it's going to stride to Gore.
All right.
Gore.
He rolled a damn 20. He's going first.
Gore.
Keep that torch up.
Gore, the
He's at
creature.
He's got his dagger. Oh no.
Gore, the creature, lashes out at you with its huge jaws, trying to bite out at your arm. 29.
Woo! I got a 19.
The dagger arm or the?
That is a
torch
critical hit.
Fuck.
Oh.
Fuck.
He's gonna die.
Like one hit.
17 damage.
All right.
No.
Yikes.
Hold on. Let me do the
TKO.
math real quick.
TPK.
0 minus 3 is 15 HP remaining.
All right, so your stamina is immediately depleted and the creature bites into you. And as it does, you are assailed by thoughts of wrath and anger. Your mind is overwhelmed with the feelings of hatred and the need for revenge.
This motherfucker's right off the goddamn belt. His race shows up in the first room.
Make a will save.
Oh my goodness.
You've got a good will.
No,
save, though.
this is not a demon.
It's not. Yeah, he's not the demon, but I mean,
That's a
like
good roll.
23.
coming at us hard.
23. That is a success.
Okay.
So you are sickened.
On a success, rough. Was your girlfriend wolf?
Sicken can go in the
I go.
Conditions.
Yeah, there's the conditions.
I usually have cool little cards, but they're for
Right
some
here.
odd reason
Oh,
they're
yours
an
is
alpha.
different.
They're an
Yours is
alpha.
different.
They're by perception.
They're in alphabetical order, but they're missing S.
By hit points. Where's your hit points?
I'll make one.
Okay.
You said sickened, right?
Oh
Sickened.
shit. What's sicken do?
That was the I was gonna take the thing that stops it.
By the way, so what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to give you guys all these
Anti-sickness.
cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I give you a condition, instead of me having to look through these,
Makes sense.
you can look through
Do you
these.
need me to look through some?
I mean, there's a lot.
I'm looking up sickened
There's
here.
millions of them.
Jeez.
Well, Pathfinder has like 29 different statuses.
Okay.
Okay.
You've been sickened.
All right. When you are sickened, you take a status, that's a type, of penalty equal to your sicken value on all your checks and all your DCs. You can't willingly ingest anything, including potions. You can spend one action to try to recover, in which lets you attempt a fortitude save against the DC of the effect that made you sick.
Okay.
So you are sick in one.
All right.
So here, I will keep this open here to the conditions.
Okay, so that was the creature's first attack with its jaws.
Does he have a name?
What's that?
Does he have a name?
It is a sin spawn.
Ugh.
And then the creature will use its claws because those are agile. So it gets a -4 to this attack instead of a -5. So +6. 18, Gore.
19.
Miss.
All right. But this time you're able to bring up your defenses and turn aside the creature's sweeping claws with your thick armor. All right, Gore.
I will attempt to get rid of the sicken condition
Sure.
using my
Fortitude.
Fortitude. That looks good.
21.
All right, you successfully shake your head of the sinful thoughts of wrath that were distracting you.
And he was just sick in one, right?
Yep.
And that was just the side effect of him with the attack?
Yes. Whenever you're attacked by his jaws, you are hit by the sinful bite,
He's got that nasty breath.
It's like
And then-
vampire.
and then you have to
Yeah.
make a save. And if you crit success, you are unaffected. If you fail, or succeed, you're sick in one. If you fail, you're sick in two. And if you crit fail, you're really fucked.
That's a steep range.
All right. So Gore, you have 2 actions left.
I'm going to use.
Remember, you have dagger and you have torch. If you want to throw that torch my way,
I'm going to use the intimidating strike.
with the
which
dagger,
is
I like it.
A
With your
2
dagger.
actions.
Yep. Excuse me.
That is 18.
And that is the creature's armor class. So that's it.
Yeah, just a success. Just a
Right.
And
It's
that's
plus
a-
10, right? Yeah.
Yikes.
Because not 11, because it's not your
I'm
sword.
not hitting this
Right.
bitch.
it's a dagger. It's a dagger.
Plus your
4
strength.
6. I did 6 damage.
Okay. The creature's from 30 to 24.
And then your intimidation thing only happens if it's a critical success.
No.
Well, he gets frightened 1 on a regular.
He just
hit.
gets frightened 1. So the creature is frightened 1.
He'll shake it off his next turn, I believe.
Yeah, so the way frighten works is frighten just burns off 1 a turn. So if you frighten 5 something, it'll be frighten 5, then frighten 4, then frighten 3,
You
then
just
frighten
get
2.
minus your
then-
DC for whatever the value.
Right. So when you're frightened, you get a penalty to your DCs.
And I took that with you in mind because your spells do require the DC check.
Well, the creature has 4 DCs. Anything like for
Any
example,
of them, yeah.
anything that it would be its DC, including its armor class.
Oh, okay.
Because things like and if it's like your normal reflex, fortitude, will, things like the grease and these other ones.
Yeah.
Yep. It's to all your checks and all your DCs. So frightened is also very potent.
That's a good one.
Frightened is very similar to sicken. It's just how you get rid of it that's different.
Yeah.
Okay, Burl. So the creature is shanked. Gore, what do you do? What makes it an intimidating strike?
I think him seeing me just immediately shake off the sicken condition,
The jaw.
and
Well-
then come right back at him with a.
Does Gore do anything? What makes it an intimidating strike?
I'm gonna stab him in the foot. Look at him and say, "You're going down."
There we go. All right. The creature is stuck in the foot and he is going down. All right, Burl.
All right. Burl is taking a little, frightened. He was spending most of his energy searching, so he's, but he is defensively just going to hit him with the hydraulic push,
Okay.
and hopefully knock this bad boy back a little bit.
Okay.
Not farther back than my speed, please.
10 feet? I think it's up to.
Are you intending on willingly closing into melee with this creature?
I should have been a barbarian.
Probably. Probably.
That's so much. That's the way I play.
It's just the way you play,
Yeah,
Bob. You're like, you could be a wizard right
Yeah,
now,
I'm
and
like,
you'd be
I wanna
like,
kill him.
don't knock him back so I can't melee him.
Yeah, I want to hit him with my staff.
16 against his AC.
That is a miss. And does hydraulic push have any effect on a miss?
No.
Okay. Is it a cantrip?
No, it's a first level spell.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. You have one action remaining.
I'm gonna have Lucky just run around, get ready to throw some interference so he can aid in melee combat.
Okay.
Well, he'll have 2 moves. Well, actually, let's see. 5, 10, 15. He can get here. I don't know if he's gonna be able to hit.
So as you move through the creature's area, it makes an attack of opportunity.
Oh, because I
against
went
Lucky.
here first.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just go here. Or is it? Or is it?
It's been done.
It's been
within
done.
1.
Well, Lucky didn't know, but his name's Lucky for a reason.
And yeah, the creature does have attacks of opportunity, but I only got a 14.
Hey, that misses.
All right, I rolled really low. But the creature uses its reaction and it lashes out at Lucky.
Just a distraction.
Right. Remember the other thing that Lucky can do is get set up flanks.
Yeah. You're right.
All right, Azius.
Well, he gets an attack because I get my one action to convert him too. He gets a move. And
Yes.
an attack.
Okay, go bring it.
All right, +6 for the jaws. Bite him right in the leg.
Oh,
I wouldn't,
yeah.
I
Hit.
wouldn't put my
25.
teeth on there.
He doesn't know better.
Yeah, he's a badger. What does he know? All right, yeah, full on.
D8 +2.
Nice hit.
More damage than gore. All right, the creature is it's that one leg. You stabbed it. He bit it.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Thought
It's
if
a
I
weak
could
spot
scare
now.
him, maybe he'd go away.
When the creature goes to 0, he's just
He's gonna run back into the corner.
all right. Azius.
Okay. My first thought was to take the Juggernaut Mutagen
And then close the melee. That was your
and then close the melee and attack this motherfucker.
It's like
the problem with
poorly
the-
built
the
barbarian.
problem with the Juggernaut Mutagen.
Yes.
Which may need to be fixed.
It's just a
It doesn't help you actually hit anything.
no, it just makes me a tank.
Right, and arguably doesn't do that.
Yeah.
'Cause you're
Well, my
AC
other thought
2.
was to take this the mutagen to help me with my will save.
Sure.
I figured when
in
I
case
heard
I
it,
get hurt by this thing.
when I heard of it, I
But the
thought it would
good
be like a
news,
weak
though, is that
rage.
if you get hit by this thing, you'll probably be unconscious.
But not if I took the Juggernaut. I'd be buffed up.
All right, listen, buddy.
I'd take that.
You tell me.
Well, my other thought was to run up and try to force feed, or give. I was going to give Gore a potion.
Well, now he's
elixir.
not sickened.
He's
He
not
should do.
sickened.
Don't know if you can do that. Can you?
Well, I have him.
Right, but I don't know that you can give someone else a potion and
Dex?
administer it for them.
Well, that
No.
specific one condition didn't let me ingest things.
But
right?
you
Yeah.
shook it off.
Yeah.
When you
now
had
I
second,
can
yeah.
give him it, and he could take one in hers during his turn.
Right. For you to give Gore a potion, though, he has to have a free hand.
Mm.
And
But he's got a
force
free
dagger.
mouth. What if Azius makes a dex check?
I feel like in a battle, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no. I would say that administering a potion to someone else is 3 actions.
Okay. Yeah.
You gotta study their jaw.
Well, if he was sickened, I was going
And
to jump
I
in there and
only-
try
Yeah,
to do it.
and you know what?
And it doesn't help my stam, right?
Doesn't help their stamina. No.
No, it does
And I'm
not.
only 3 down.
Yeah,
on
that's why I
HP.
decided not to do that.
Yeah.
So my first thought was to take Juggernaut Mutation, but then,
All right, well, this turn's taking entirely too long.
yeah, the problem is I want to go hit him with my hammer, and you told me not to.
Because you're not a melee character.
But I don't have anything to throw at him either.
I think we're just determining the problem. Well, not just with the alchemist, but with Bob.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, also, so imagine
So I'm a melee guy.
maybe
Dwarfs like to hit things.
maybe he goes through like a deep spiritual reckoning, a come to Jesus moment after here. He's like, you know what? Maybe this whole time I have been a barbarian. I'm just spending too much of my time trying to think of these alchemists.
We are going to drink the Juggernaut Mutagen.
All right.
So we're down to 3 of those. We are going to then move in. Am I able to fit between him and Gore on the diagonal?
You should be able to get to the opposite side, given that he used his
He did use his reaction.
attack by opportunity. So you should
We're
be able
right
to
here.
5, 10, 15. You can go over here and
Go
flank.
behind him.
You can flank with him.
Wait a second. But I was here.
Yep.
So 5, 10.
No, you can walk through
15,
my badger.
Well,
can-
but I can get there
Pretend
with
my
20.
badger's not there.
I can still get there with 20.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, you
Right.
can walk through.
You really, yeah, especially you, Bob. You need to get this guy flanked because
Yes.
you need him to have a -2 penalty to his
Yeah,
armor.
any buff that you
Yes.
can get.
Well, actually, so this is a great example. We were talking about before. He's at -3 right now. He's down 2 points because he's flat-footed from flanking. That's a conditional penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's down 1 point status penalty because he's frightened from Gore's intimidating strike. So he's at -3 AC. So we went from an 18 to a 15.
Would
Nice.
would Burl's hydraulic push would have hit if I would remember to add that -1 to his DC?
It would not have.
Do we do that or you do that?
I mean, I do that.
Okay.
I mean,
But Jewel is 16.
we
His is
here,
18.
You know what?
So even if it was
Whatever.
you know what
No,
it's
that
like?
happened.
It's like triggers in Magic. It should be both of our responsibilities.
Right. Yeah. Hit -1 DC. Oh,
Entering
yeah,
attack phase.
Sure. Go to
In
com-
response.
Go to combat.
In combat. That's a miss.
Okay, great.
Where's that dice, Joe?
All right, Azius, you move to a flank and then miss. All right, the creature goes.
But now
and-
you're giving a minus DC buff. So
well,
that's good.
so right, and it's at the end of its turn that its frightened value goes down. So this turn he's going to be at a -1 to hit. as
Still.
well. Yeah.
Hot damn.
Okay, so he's down an attack.
He already missed the Badger once. He's not going to try again.
Yeah, no, I mean he doesn't want to be flanked. So what he is going to do?
Quick question.
Yeah,
The Juggernaut Mutagen,
Yep.
it goes to my HP. Does it go to my HP
it
or
doesn't.
stamina?
It doesn't go to either. It gives you temporary hit points.
Temporary hit points. They go before stamina.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what
It sits on top
It's
of it.
basically stamina.
it's a third.
It's yeah.
It's like a non-refillable.
It's
extra
pre-stamina.
yeah.
yeah.
When it was at HP, I was like, "Fuck!" Is it like literally underneath my
No,
stamina
it
still?
says temporary hit.
No, I get that, but I was
But
like,
we
"Is
have-
it
Yeah, no,
under
no,
my
no.
stamina?"
Temporary hit point comes off before
so
stamina.
it's above it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
good.
Well, so the Sin Spawn is flanked up.
And there's no one else has showed up. Right?
No. But
Not yet.
there's a juicy creature back there, and he wants to get to Matt.
Well, hopefully, I mean, he's surrounded by 3 dudes. Hopefully,
Right.
someone.
So here's what he's going to do.
Because I have the opportunity of attack.
You do.
If he tries to move,
He will. So he's going to try to.
Grapple.
He's going to stride towards the gnome.
okay.
So as he
knife.
moves into that square, you get to attack him, and that's important because it actually happens as he's leaving this square. So he is flat-footed to this attack.
So -2.
Can he do other things like
So
try to
it's-
grapple him?
But he's not frightened anymore.
No,
No,
he's frightened until the end of his
To the
turn.
end of his
Or
turn.
10 in his turn, so he is
Why
-3.
Why is he flat-footed now?
Because the attack happens when he's trying to leave that square.
And he's ignoring you.
Okay.
He's like, all right, see you.
So his AC is 15. So he's
You
just
hit
with your
him.
dagger.
That's 19.
That's 19.
So that's a regular hit, D4 plus your strength.
5.
Okay. He will then complete his move, and he is going to bite.
Gore.
He's going to put him into combat with Burl. And then
Or
Burl,
Burl.
here come the
Gore.
jaws.
Burl.
So normally this would be a +10 to hit,
This is your perfect streak about to end.
but it's +9 because
Last
he
one.
is frightened.
Yeah.
And I got a 15.
oh my
no, that's a miss.
goodness.
What's your AC?
16.
Oh, the frightened! He's about to go to it, and then all of a sudden Gore's like, I'm coming for you.
Remember that
He's
dagger, bitch?
I'm going to squash this gnome. Well, wait, what about that fighter?
But he does have a second attack. So he's going to
-4.
He's going to take -4
Minus
down
5
to 6.
-5 total, right?
But -5 total because he's still frightened.
Oh, okay.
24. All right, Matt,
Not rolling a 0 here.
you're hit with a slash from his claws, and it does 7 damage.
All right.
And that's the creature's whole turn.
What
And
it feels
Matt-
to be alive.
Why does it keep running away from me? I want to hit it.
And now the frightened condition ends.
'Cause it's
okay,
not scared of it.
Gore.
Now, the slash didn't affect. It was the jaws, right?
Only the
Okay.
jaws do the sinful bite. Yeah.
I'm going to use Resolve to restore all stamina.
No, during combat, it's only half your stamina. Outside of combat, it's all your stamina. Now, to be fair, you could spend 2 actions
To do
and-
both.
to do double and spend 2 resolve and get back all your stamina. But it's 2 actions and 2 resolve. Outside of combat, it's just 1 resolve.
And you can't sudden charge if you resolve because it's an action.
Well,
I
sudden charge
wouldn't
always
use
has
sudden charge
I
because
mean,
he's so
I mean,
close.
he's in
Oh,
combat.
okay.
with-
But,
he's in combat
but
with him.
in theory, you cannot.
Sudden charge has the open trait.
so it has to be the first
thing you do.
action. And resolve would be an action. Okay.
I'm going to use a Resolve to get 7.
All right, so you are going to.
Yeah, I think that's
The action is that you steal yourself. So Gore, what does that mean for you?
I cover myself with my cape.
Ooh.
like a
I
Superman
pump
shit.
myself up and I say, "You can do this. Take him down."
Your little pep talk.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
all right. Well, it's different thing. Like maybe Matt goes into like a
Trance.
or a mantra. Maybe Azius pulls out some good stuff.
His whisk.
yeah, he
His,
just pulls a little nip.
yeah.
He just needs
The
a nip
flask.
of the quadruple X. you know?
I look at my to-do list for today and it says, "Do not fail."
See? Don't mess up.
Don't mess up.
All right. So Gore, you spent your first action to steal. You get back some stamina. And now what do you want to do with your remaining 2 actions?
I'm going
You
to
gonna pull out that sword?
It's 1 action to pull out your sword.
What happens to the torch when that happens?
You have to drop both items on the ground.
But
Does
it
it
still illuminates, right?
Yes,
Okay.
unless I determine that it goes down.
But it's not gonna like yeah.
Would I be able to strike? It'd be a blind strike then.
I mean, you would be blinded, and that would be bad for you.
I would say that it probably happens at the same time.
You would get a -4.
If it were at the same time, would he still get the bonus this round?
All
of having
normal
vision?
terrain is no. Yeah, you would be in bad shape.
Throw it to me. I'll catch
and
it.
you know what you would have? You would have a 50% chance of just your attack straight up missing.
Okay.
You would have to hit, and then even if you hit, there's a 50% chance. that you
Nah.
just
Well,
swung
can't
in.
you drop your dagger,
He
pull out
can-
your sword, and still?
No, his
It's
sword
two-
is two-handed.
two-handed. It's a
It's a
long
two-hander. No, it's a great sword.
Great sword, sorry.
Great sword. Yeah, longsword you could do either.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, longsword you can do either. It has the versatile trait or something.
Is shield cantrip
Question
on
mark.
self, or can it be?
No, just yourself.
just yourself. Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'm gonna use intimidating strike.
Okay, with the
to
dagger.
Stab him in
The back.
in the hamstring.
Well, should you move to flank him?
That'd cost
What
That's
cost
an
to
action.
move? Does your
Oh, because intimidating
intimidation
strike takes 2.
Now,
Okay.
it's an FYI. So
actually-
striding is where you get to move your full speed, and that does provoke reactions if they have them, which this
That-
creature does. But there is another option available to you that has the move trait, which is called Step. And Step only lets you move one single square, but it does not allow creatures with an opportunity attack to use them.
it negates the opportunity.
They don't get, well, that doesn't negate it. They just can't use it.
Okay.
So in other words, if you move behind that creature with a step, the creature would not get to make it swing at you,
Okay.
but it still takes an action.
Another idea
That's pretty good.
is if you did want to exhaust the monster's attack of opportunity so that the squishy gnome could jump back. It's also an idea.
Yeah, you're kind of in a rough spot though. There's not a lot of places for you to jump back to.
I mean, if he used his attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah,
I could
then
just-
it's down. Yeah,
I just go
but
away.
Gore also got hit, so he might be in a situation where he doesn't want to get hit again. All right, Gore, what's it going to be?
I'm going to run. I'm going to cast shield cantrip,
Okay.
and I'm going to run to provoke the monster's opportunity
okay.
of attack.
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to take it.
You're gonna run.
Well,
Well, he's gonna move.
he's not going to step.
He's not gonna step.
All right, so
Not
you're
going to step behind it.
Oh,
19.
I have
with the shield.
With the shield is +1.
+1.
So I have 20.
nice.
And is there a -1 for?
He's not
no,
frightened.
No
Yeah,
longer
not
frightened.
frightened.
All right, so you quickly raise your hand, an arcane shield flares into existence, and then as the creature's menacing it on the gnome, you make a sudden dash movement behind the creature. It spins, its claw coming out to slash at you, and it meets your green arcane shield. There's a fizzle of sparks and the smell of burnt flesh as the creature's hand recoils from your sigiled magical shield. Burl.
Run away.
Right, so the creature cannot make an attack of opportunity right now, unless he has multiple reactions.
Oh no.
So
He didn't use one on me. I walked right by that bitch.
That's true. He did not. He does not.
So Burl's gonna run away.
You know, you can bring the
10,
mic with you.
20. Burl's gonna run over here to hide behind his badger and Asius.
Yep.
Not that he's necessarily using you as
Don't
protection.
be afraid. I'm gonna come in and hit this bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just absorb hit points. So he's like, all right, take it. And then he's gonna hit back with his cantrip.
This is gonna be a tough shot through everything.
The creature has +1 to its AC. It's
ray of frost.
called Lesser Cover.
What? Because
You're
the
going
fighters
through
there?
2 people.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
really
this
matter
is
that
this
there's
is a
2
small
people.
badger.
Yeah, +1.
What if you came off to the side?
Creature gets +1 circumstance bonus to AC if a line from the center of your space to the center of the target space passes through creatures but not objects.
You have
Which
been able
means
to
that
move
even if
there.
he was off to one side, if you drew a line from the
He'd
center
still
of his
hit it.
square,
You'd have to be
still,
here.
it would still go through
Yeah,
Gore.
you'd
You would
be-
have to be
way
at a
out there.
45-degree angle. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so minus. You said -2 or
No,
Minus
no,
one.
no. It's a no. I get a +1 to my armor class. So
Ray of
his,
Frost.
his AC goes
19.
up 19. Yeah. Oh, that's a hit.
24.
Yeah,
Good
big-
job.
Big hit. Do it. All right. The frozen ray leaps out and strikes the creature.
So it's +5.
Yes.
Oh, it's a cantrip, so it's 0. So it's +4.
Correct. No, your cantrip's 1. Look.
Is it a cantrip 1? Oh, it is a cantrip 1. So it is. So +5, so 6.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Also, what's cool about your cantrips, they're cantrips auto level or auto heighten. So once you get to level 3, all your cantrips become level 2.
Oh, and then they get the heightened.
Yeah, automatically. automatic, and they just
How
happen.
much you him for? 4 damage.
6 total.
6 total damage.
1 plus 5.
All right. Easiest.
All right, coming on in like a barbarian. Gonna move on in.
I've got a thought of how we can fix
Behind
this
him?
character.
Um,
If you can, you should.
If you can get
10,
to
15, 20. Oh, I
Yeah.
can.
Right, that makes his armor class
Great.
drop from 18 to 16.
Thank you for that reminder, Gore.
and you need
Gore's
as
the
many-
tactician, and you need as much
his,
help as
his
he
army.
has.
His army knowledge has told us that get behind him.
Right.
So I come behind and bring down Destiny.
And I have intimidation, and there's like a skill I can take to make it. Maybe that's a good
All
thing
right.
just to help him out.
Yeah.
So this is +6. That's a 22.
Hit.
There we go.
There we go. That's a
This
hit.
is a 1d8
Plus
plus 2. That's a 9 damage
All
from Destiny.
right. The alchemist. Yes, that's right.
I'm the Juggernaut,
alchemist.
bitch.
The alchemist, once again, closes into melee, swinging a warhammer left and right. And now that I think about it, you only wanted to be an alchemist because you wanted to drink.
Yeah.
Your class should have just been
Yeah.
dwarf.
I
Can
told
you
you,
take that as a class?
I said, I just want to be a drunk dwarf. That's
Right.
all I want to do and swing a warhammer.
I know.
And we just kind of thought that the alchemist was a drink because he drinks potions. He
Yeah.
can be mutagenist.
I mean, you could do something like
but what I didn't realize is that you just said you wanted to drink, which is definitely what an alchemist is supposed to do. You're
Yes.
supposed to be master of potions, but you don't want to do that. You want to swing a big weapon in melee. That's what you want.
But I want to swing a big
what about
man while
what
being
about
a juggernaut.
Did that kill them?
Yeah.
You crushed them. You're killing so many dudes.
Did you guys see that?
What about
That's
a
all you.
I killed a guy.
what about a dwarf cleric? You can still run into melee, do some crazy stuff.
I
but
would
dwarves
be
they
I'd
suck
be
at
a barbarian.
They
melee.
suck here
Yeah, they suck at melee.
I'm normally
they're-
barbarian.
They're just spellcasters now. They're not.
because they don't have a strength bonus to their
they
melee.
don't-
or
They don't
whatever.
get to attack. The creature crumbles
Whoa.
under the huge hit from the dwarf.
And that was only a few rounds. Too bad I couldn't take my mutagen in his health because I didn't get hit that round. First time ever.
That was the closest call I've had in years.
As the creature drops to the ground, it begins, its skin and flesh begins bubbling as
I
the
jump
creature
back.
starts melting into sort of a pool of goo and organs and plasm and little bones and just kind of like bubbles away.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sounds
gross.
like a vampire that got hit by the sunlight.
Gross. Yeah. All right. But the creature, whatever it was, is dead.
What else we see in this room?
A quick examination of the room reveals little. It appears that the creature was literally just standing here in the darkness.
That's so lonely. He just
Walked
hangs
into
out
that
here.
one.
Yeah.
I'd like to use
think
a.
he was just excited to see us.
Right. Is
Everything stop?
is everything?
Did the game freeze?
I froze.
Can we use a resolve?
These fancy lights are throwing me off, man.
Yeah, right. Outside of combat, you can spend 1 resolve to recover all stamina.
That's 7 stamina was
It'd be
the most
interesting
I've
if the
lost.
Juggernaut mutagen, instead of getting health, like increase my strength.
Yes, it should be like a mini
What-
rage.
Would,
Right.
Then I'd be like all about it, like
Right.
turn into
I-
berserk mode.
Yeah, I don't.
But there is one later, I think it does.
would I have been
I
able
think
to
so.
spend the 10 minutes to get the 3 HP back as well?
That's a very different question because now you're asking your party, do we want to spend 10 minutes while I bandage myself?
Oh, okay.
How many? I mean, you were most how much hit points were you at?
I don't need it.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, but at the same time, I would say this: you need to make decisions.
Yeah.
Decisions such as, is time an important factor right now?
I don't
Oh.
think. Yeah.
And if it is, then you have to be mindful of it because waiting 10 minutes might cause something bad to happen. Another creature might find you, or something that you were trying to stop happens, or a creature that ran away tells its friends and they give 10 minutes to get ready to defend. On the other hand, if it's not and you have time,
Yeah.
then I would encourage you to use your skills as you have
I
them.
think we
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, it's the first part of dungeon. Let's do it. Plus, I can use my prestidigitation to like maybe make some like a covering to make it appear as if we're not here.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation is not that strong.
I could make with light bulk. I could make a canvas and fasten it so it appears
It's a
as if
rock
the
wall.
But nobody knew we were going to come explore. And that's
Yeah,
the.
but we did make some noise though.
We made a
All right,
little
here we go.
noise, but
Um,
What was that? Was that you?
Do we know what we saw?
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking up. Is anyone trained in occultism?
No. We're always trying the worst
That is
thing.
the next thing I'm taking.
Thievery
Or Arcana.
occultism, Arcana. Nobody. You're gonna take Arcana.
I'm gonna take Arcana.
Danny needs to take Thievery.
You don't have Arcana yet?
No.
No.
Aren't you like a magic person?
Yeah,
but he's a sorcerer, not a
Yeah,
wizard.
not
He casts
wizard
from it.
books.
He casts from his gut.
from the heart, not from the
Yeah,
mind.
from the heart, not from
Feels
How
it.
about nature?
Yeah. Can we say it?
This thing was
Nope.
of all the skills that could be possibly used against this creature. Nature is the least likely.
Wow.
Fine, I'll make a deception check.
That would be better. Okay.
Warfare?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Unless it was made of alcohol. I'm
I
out.
mean, you have warfare lore?
3.
Yeah, go for it. Roll.
You might use some demons and some warfare rolls.
Oh, shoot.
What'd you get?
I got a 6 total.
Never
Nothing.
heard of it.
No,
Never
heard of it. No, nothing. But whatever the creature
Or
was,
7 total.
I mean, obviously it was guarding or otherwise, doing something here because it was just standing in
and
an empty
nothing
room.
in this room, guys,
Exactly.
that I've seen.
Well, now that we're all bandaged up there, Gore, let's keep on.
I just had to put a Band-Aid on.
It's all right.
It's a little guy.
Got the Looney Tunes band-aids.
Throw up some of that sicken.
So we'll go back to our positions of scout
Yep.
and seek us.
Yep.
And I'm sort of, again, I feel the wall as I
Yeah, yeah.
walk.
Okay,
So
great.
scouting ahead is,
Yep.
and
Yep.
we kind of keep going. So
Great.
you tell me how far we go. Obviously, we come to this
Yeah. All
intersection.
right. So you make your way up to the intersection, Gore cautiously peering ahead with his torch into the dim flickering light of the tunnels. Here, the tunnel structure is very, very rough. It looks like it was never really fully reinforced. Maybe this was about as far as they got. As you look ahead, it looks like the tunnel goes north maybe about another 50 feet and then ends in a dead end.
The torch lets us see 50 feet from.
I think your dark vision lets you see 60.
Yeah.
I think the torch lets you see about 30 feet, but with his low light vision, it essentially allows him to see 60 feet.
So as we approach, I say, I normally have my dagger in one hand. I do jack shit with the other hand. Why don't you hand me that torch?
Oh, I'd really appreciate that. I could switch over to my greatsword if you did that.
All right, so you put away your non-magical D4 damaged dagger, and you pull out your D12
Yeah.
magical +1 greatsword. Good call.
Seems like a good call.
Seems like a good call.
And then I go like this. Normally I'm like this. My other hand's just like this. But now
Yeah, normally he's just like hand down his pants.
Yeah. I can't wait to have
however-
announcers.
I didn't know why you kept saying that. I didn't realize you just hold a dagger the
Yeah,
whole time.
That's all I do.
What I was saying, what I thought would be fun, Matt, was like, I was like, this would be something very different that isn't seen on YouTube at all. Is I would love to show this game.
Which may or may not be happening at the exact time that we're talking about this.
Right, this could happen. I would edit this out. Edit this and then play it for like Tim and Aaron. And then have Tim and Aaron be like commentary of like the play, like where someone's like, so is the fighter using his dagger?
Yeah.
Didn't they just put a plus?
plus one Runestone on
and then like Aaron's like, wait a second. And Tim's like, no, you're right. So last session they didn't use it before they went to the Glassworks, and now this session they finally used it.
They used it.
They finally used it.
Put it in the pocket.
But then he put it on his back and pulled out a dagger. What's Burl got in his other hand? I believe that's nothing.
Does he have to have a special implement? No, he could just do like this and his spells work.
Yes, that's correct.
So that's
Actually, I do think you need to put your dagger away though, because you have to have a hand free to cast spells
Okay,
to be able to cast somatic component.
that's fine.
Okay,
Can
all
I
right,
use the torch as a melee weapon?
you can.
All right. So at least
Okay.
I can threaten people.
Intimidate.
Okay,
Right?
so
For flanking purposes.
I think so. It might be an improvised weapon, which doesn't count as a weapon.
Oh,
Mhm.
However, the tunnel to the east is different. It goes about 30 or 40 feet, and then right at the edge of your dark vision and low light vision, you can see that the tunnel looks like it broke into an already existing chamber. Unlike the crumbling stone, hastily earthen dirt rock of the tunnel, the craftsmanship of this room is immaculate. Marble floors, perfectly cut tiling. All the walls are like beautifully, like carved, and there's like fluted columns, and it is like high level craftsmanship, like imperial palace type stuff.
Do they have torches on the wall?
No.
Azius, is this the work of the
so
dwarves?
dead end over here.
It is an actual dead end. Okay.
You would have searched
Yeah,
for a hidden door and
Yeah,
Found it.
If there was, I would have rolled and you would have found it, or not found it.
Or not found it. Azius, is this the work of the dwarves?
I don't have stone cunning.
Don't you have general knowledge dwarves?
I do have general knowledge of dwarving. Dwarven.
do you see any beer bottles over there?
My kind does not look to have been here, at least from my tribe.
Okay. The room is the original purpose of this chamber is unclear, but there are large mounds of rubble strewn on the floor from where it looks like they broke through into this chamber from when they were trying to dig a tunnel. And again, the whatever was once in this room seems to have been missing or activated, but all you can see now is the beautiful craftsmanship and a very, very elegantly carved wooden door bound in some sort of metal strips with an elaborate handle that seems to have been unaffected by the age. Now, none of you are quite sure because, well, you have a crafting, right?
I do.
Go ahead and make a recall knowledge check using your crafting.
Okay. That's going to be a 14.
You can tell that this was three things. A couple things pop up to you. One is, this is the pinnacle. I mean, this is craftsmanship of a level that you've never even seen.
By the gods.
Two, you're well trained in crafting. You're a smart guy. You've studied, and you're a dwarf as well. The style and the architecture is old, like real old. Like they don't build them like this anymore. You know.
Yeah, before I was born.
It's been here for a while.
Goes on.
From what I can see.
Right. Nobody built them like this.
So are we gonna? Oh, so I guess we enter this room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I don't know. Is there a handle?
Yeah.
Good call.
You just want to turn the handle and see if it opens.
I'll let you dark vision folks take a look at that.
Yeah. So it's me. All right. So this is a fine door. Something I've never seen before. I've tried to turn the handle.
Yeah. The handle, you hear like a click, and the
Boom.
door latch gives way, and you can push the door either way.
Oh, one of those swinging doors.
Yeah, very clever.
Can you peek through?
Yeah, I'll just look through the doors. I swing it in on itself, not pull it at me. I swing it in.
Out
Towards them.
Yeah.
Sorry, not towards me. Guys, it looks like there's a hallway.
It reveals a 5-foot wide hallway that proceeds deeper
I
in.
barely fit in this hallway. I'm so thick.
Well, I mean, it's 5 feet wide, so
Mhm.
I mean, that's like wider than most house halls.
I'm about a
Gore.
4 foot by 4 foot character.
Okay. You're
Gore,
fine.
how much can you carry? What's you're not burdened, right?
Encumbered.
You're not encumbered.
That's an awesome question. I was second guessing that this whole time.
You could handle like another 40 pounds, right?
My armor is a burden 1. My sword was a burden 1.
Bulk.
Bulk 1.
Bulk 1. Yeah, so you need to be adding this stuff, Gore?
Yeah.
Gore is an 18 strength. Gore
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm saying, like-
Most assuredly
Yeah, so
not.
usually it's so yeah, it should be
Yeah.
like base plus your strength.
All right.
Base plus strength.
Yeah, so like I have a 6.3 bulk, but like even my strength, I'm not even encumbered.
Oh, yeah.
like,
yeah.
and that's not even my maximum.
All right, let's carry
And
some
you're
stuff.
very, very strong.
So
I think you can carry 5 plus your strength modifier bulk before
Okay.
you're encumbered. So I
Yes.
think you can carry 9 bulk.
Oh, yeah,
Which is
yeah.
a
I'm
lot.
totally good. I can carry you guys on my back if you want.
speaking of which, Burl jumps up on your back and he says, "Don't worry, buddy. I'll hold the torch here. Let's go around."
Yeah.
But hiding behind him. Still
Okay.
hiding behind him.
So Burl, you're clamped. Now here's the thing: if you're holding on to him, you can't cast spells.
For now.
well, I could drop back and then.
Do you
a
have
thing
any
if I need
verbal
to.
spells you can cast?
Some of them are verbal,
Really?
somatic and verbal.
Well, yeah, somatic's
Somatic,
the key.
yeah.
That's what
That's-
you need a hand free to
Yeah.
wiggle,
Yeah.
wiggle. Yeah.
My
While you're
shield's verbal.
right.
All right, so they're leading the way apparently.
Yeah. That's why you can be holding your weapon with 2 hands and still cast your shield spell.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys proceed down
Sure,
the hallway.
piggyback riding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it actually gives them any benefit of the light.
It just makes them slower.
I
like
throw
made our giant
Burl.
warrior weaker. God, this hallway seems to go on forever.
It's gone like 50 feet.
Without ale, it takes forever.
The corridor stretches deeper.
That's a good time for one of my quotes. Let me see here. Yeah, this has taken longer than a day without ale.
It's been 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear on the reference.
What are half elf sayings?
I don't know, you gotta look them up. I mean, I did a lot of research on the dwarves, knowing that dwarves should not be alchemists as well. That's what I didn't know.
This tunnel reminds me of the leaves in autumn.
Quiet, you beardless fool.
What do elves like? Oh.
Wisdom,
Forests?
Forest. That's what
sophistication,
I thought. Sophistication.
age. This marker, I feel like I go high every damn day from the same thing.
This interior is actually really well done.
Okay, so as you make your way to the second turn, you see ahead another passageway that extends to the east, but then up ahead, a short while ahead, there is some sort of chamber with some slightly decorative walls, a door and a passage. Oop, I didn't draw the passage.
Squeak.
Because they're all along.
Don't pick your nose.
A door and a passage line the walls, but what takes your immediate attention is a red marble statue, intricately carved of a strikingly beautiful, but at the same time, monstrously enraged human woman that occupies the center of this room. It seems like it's life size, but maybe exaggerated, 7-8 feet tall. The woman stands in the center of the room, the stony statue, her stony expression twisted in rage and fury. She wears flowing robes, and her long, long hair is held back from her face by an intricate headdress of hooks and blades. In her left hand, she carries an open book. Again, this is all just carved. In her right hand, in her left hand, she is carved a large book, the face of which is inscribed with a strange 7-pointed star symbol. In her right hand, she holds a glittering metal and ivory ranseur, which is like a polearm. It's like a very elaborate spear. Looking closer, you see that the weapon is not stone.
Wait, she is all stone?
Yeah.
But she's red.
But the
it's
weapon
a
itself-
red marble. The whole statue is made of red marble.
Gory, you're leading the way.
She's
What are we
this
doing?
gorgeous woman with flowing robes, but her face is like raging, and she has a headdress of like blades and hooks. Her long hair sort of held in place by these sort of like almost like bladed scrunchies.
Does it look like Nualia?
Does it look like Lamashtu?
Well, make a religion check.
14.
No, this is not a depiction of Lamashtu. Lamashtu is usually depicted as being horribly and painfully pregnant.
Gosh.
It's like said that like all the worst monsters in the world, she like gives birth to
But
them.
it's
and
not
stuff.
what we just saw in the picture book from
From
Suto. Suto.
No.
So we don't know what this is. Where are we going, Gore? You got this little gnome on your back and you're leading the way.
Could I pull the weapon out of her hand?
You
So
can.
we are going up this way, is what you're saying.
As soon as when he starts to enter the room to go pull out the weapon,
Yeah.
Burl dismounts.
It's a two-handed reacher weapon, right?
Wait, so how are you pulling
it a
this weapon?
glaive?
You don't even have a free hand.
Well, puts the sword away.
Oh, you're putting the sword away?
Goes grabs that pole dart.
Is that what you're doing?
It's a pole dart?
Is it pole arm?
Pole arm?
It's a
Pole arm,
ransor.
arm.
It's a ranseur.
Sir.
Seur.
Yeah.
Seur. Basically, it's like
Ransor.
imagine like it's kind of like a spear, but instead of just a straight point, it's kind of got like a curve and a blade.
So like the thing when he's fighting the mountain.
Yes.
Who gave the orders? What is his?
What do you mean? What's his name? Oberon Martell,
Oberyn Martell.
second son,
This guy.
Prince of Dorne.
May he rip Nugget. May he R.I.P. in Nuggets.
R.I.P. Nugget.
Wow, this is a really nice ransor.
Yeah, so pulling out the ranseur, you see that it is still in seemingly great shape. It is well made, but it's also very, very, like, it's made of ivory and like very, very elaborate metals. It's probably quite valuable.
Does it feel magical?
nothing feels magical. I would suggest making an Arcana check if you want to.
I'm not trained.
Where no one's trained in this
In that
shit.
case,
Can I make an untrained check?
So no, you cannot.
Damn it.
The only checks that you can make with Arcana while untrained
How about warfare lore?
are knowledge.
On magical.
Yeah, is it made of
weapons?
typical weapon material? I know you said ivory and.
Yeah, go ahead and make a warfare lore check.
All right.
Oh, shit. 20.
I don't know what you rolled.
I'm sorry. That is.
He rolled a 20, so
24.
Okay, and you but you
Nat 20,
so
24.
There's a couple of communication issues here. You went quick cha. So second
that was
is,
clear.
First is you have to tell me what you got.
Oh yeah, I got a 20.
And then the second thing is if you do roll a nat 20, you need to let me know because that elevates your success from a success to a crit success.
Nat 20 with a +4.
Okay, so 24 and it's a critic. So it's a critical success. So you can tell that this weapon, while well made and will function perfectly, was not designed for combat. It is more of a ornamental object of art.
I bet we could sell this for a fine couple of pieces.
Yeah, you could probably sell this for a fine couple of pieces.
Gotta get some ale out of that.
Put it in the bag. Or on your shoulders.
Yeah, you could take that gore, right?
It's 3 times as big as me. I can't carry it.
A little group. Literally our whole group, besides the gore, is like very tiny.
We're all small creatures, right? We're all small.
No, you're medium.
You're
He's
medium.
medium and you're small.
I'm small. What about the goblin?
Oh, the goblin's small.
I forgot we don't have a dice cam, and that's why I forget to keep saying.
Well, it's not that we don't have a dice
we
cam.
have a
do.
dice. We do have a dice cam.
Oh,
I
Derek
just
does
can't
not.
see it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So what I need to do is I need to route.
Turn that.
I need
into
to
a big
route.
sign.
I need to get a longer cable for that. Route it over to here. Put it over here. So when Rory rolls, I can be the hall sign. All right. Yeah. Right. Good job. Way to go.
Gotcha.
All right, so you want to inspect the statue anymore? Or?
I only know about weapons.
That is true.
Good thing.
I
do we-
just really wanted this weapon, but it's
Okay.
not a weapon.
Well,
you can't use it for
Beautiful
weaponry.
piece of art that you got.
But we'll
It's probably
sell.
more valuable. You
Can
could,
I seek around the room,
Yeah. Sure. Of course.
around this little room?
or as we progress in, do we see anything down here?
Right. So yeah, you do. You see that it goes at least. Goes 50 feet.
That's more than I've got. Straight?
Yeah, down. Yep.
No break line.
And it ends in a door. But there are every like 10 feet, there's like a couple steps going down. So just like yeah, exactly. And it ends in a door, long corridor.
Okay. Well, you wanted to go down there, Burl.
Seeking around the chamber, spending a few moments, you examine the walls and the statue. Exquisite craftsmanship, but the walls show no signs of any sort of hidden passages, and you don't really see any signs of anything else in this chamber. It's really just here appears to be the floor and the statue.
What was this thing again?
Yeah, what's
Door to the north.
It doesn't look as magical as.
No, it's a very well-made door, made of wood and bound with strange metal and with an elaborate.
I'm gonna go look at this door.
Yeah, so you know,
turn the handle.
We'll wait for it.
it sounds like a good
Oh my
choice.
god, it's gonna blow up my face.
But it sounds like a good choice to check that out before we go down.
All right, so yeah,
All right,
so I walked
so-
over to the damn door.
All right, Azius. So you open the door,
Ba-boom! I'm used to getting blown up.
and what is beyond? I don't feel like drawing it.
Yes.
So just sort of draw a largest chamber. Yes. I mean, it's not circular.
Jeez Louise, that's
No,
a huge chamber.
I mean, that's actually smaller than it would be, but
Oh.
it's fine. The most important thing is that there is a passageway out to the east. But none of these would actually be curly lines because
These are all
Immaculate.
it's a well-crafted chamber.
Can you just draw
I'm drawing it now,
beautiful
Dad.
chamber?
That's fine. No, yeah, no, okay. I said there's a passageway out.
Yeah, I'm drawing it.
No door. No door. Okay, so, nope, it's still 5 feet wide.
Single?
Yeah.
I thought this was ginormous.
No, I mean it is, but it's a big chamber. All right, so this chamber is built very strangely.
There's a big compass rose.
Well, a couple of things. So the first is, right in front of you, there is sort of a wooden platform, and it's kind of like a catwalk that's raised above the floor. So the floor is lower than the level that you're on. but there's a wooden catwalk, a platform right in front of you. So you can kind of draw like a wooden platform. And then the catwalk kind of extends over to the passageway that leads to the east. So basically you can like walk over this chamber by using the catwalk.
Okay.
Can we see what's under it?
Yeah. So lining the walls of this chamber, this room was obviously some sort of prison or jail, as testified by the 20 cells that line the room's perimeter. So if you can
Below
imagine,
though?
yeah. So on that lower level, if you can imagine, there's just, it's like Shawshank, like there's just cells all around. And the platform is sort of like a,
Guards.
And
Yeah.
the warden
Yeah.
walks around.
A wooden platform overlooks the room, while a 5-foot wide wooden walkway runs from the platform to a passageway that leads to the east.
Does it look sturdy?
Eh,
I'm 170 pounds. Does it look like I can hold my weight?
There's also a small wooden flight of steps right to your right.
To go down?
Yeah, to go down to the floor.
But there's
Yep.
no prisoners?
I'm taking a look. All right, so as you take a look, you guys are seeking.
Yes.
What's your perception, everybody?
6.
Okay. As you take a look, you can see that skeletons lie in most of the cells,
Non-moving skeletons.
as far as you can tell.
Most of them? Are the other ones empty?
Remember those
Me.
skeletons that tried to kill us yesterday? Those were crazy.
No skeletons. Are the other cells?
Well, worst case, they're still in their
Empty.
cells. So
Well, the
Oh
skeletons.
yeah.
they're like,
I just want to know if there's anything
Stop.
alive in here. Basically.
Okay. Well, as you come in,
Mm-hmm.
as you're kind of looking into the chamber, and the light from, I guess, Burl from Torch starts entering to the room, and you're listening. Yeah. When I say that most of them contain skeletons, that would mean that the rest don't.
they could contain
Are they-
trolls.
Well, yeah, that can mean two things. It can mean either they're empty or they're not skeletons.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
They're occupied.
They
but
are.
not with
They are.
skeletons.
They are empty.
Okay, they're empty. Okay.
However, the walkway appears to be quite rickety, but yet at the same time, you're well trained in crafting. You can tell actually that the wood is very stable. And
It's that walnut from Ohio.
yeah, exactly. Well, it doesn't take a genius to know that. I mean, as old as this place seems to be, these doors, this wooden platform, has to have been magically preserved.
Built to last.
However, as you enter into the chamber, you hear two creatures.
Oh, it sounds like a growling grizzly.
That's me.
Oh,
Hearing creatures. That's my noise when I hear.
that's the sound.
That's my. I'm not ready for battle. I just got done drinking for the day.
You killed the last guy. You did such a good job.
Killed the guy.
There are two creatures bickering in some sort of strange tongue.
What tongue? Do I know it? Common, Dwarven, Orcish, Jutlan?
No.
Then I do not know it.
Is it Sylvan Goblin?
No.
Okay.
But it is not, like the creatures are obviously fairly monstrous, but it is not a monstrous tongue. Like they're not like, they're like, and they actually seem to be arguing. And as they kind of enter into the room, the creature's like, huh? And they turn towards you.
Yeah, they're
So,
like freaking 50 feet away.
yeah.
50 feet away.
So,
Do I have my greatsword back out?
I don't know, do you?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that was the reason I took the torch, was so that you could carry this.
I guess in the world of Pathfinder, the 6 foot, 7 foot glaive, or not glaive,
It's on your back
Resonar.
now.
Where did we put that to sell it later?
In your pack.
On my back.
Stash it on your back.
It's on your bulk.
But for future reference, Rory,
Yeah.
be very precise.
Okay.
Like if you get the Rancer, say, I put the Rancer away and can't bring back out my greatsword.
So after examining the Ransor, I put it away.
Right.
pulled
Because
it.
I mean, in order to get the Rancer, you had to put your greatsword away. So
Okay.
just
And now it's on my back and
Yeah.
not my greatsword.
just think about what your character would have to do in order to do it, just so we're clear.
Okay.
And you
cool.
could just think of it like,
These
make sure you tell
creatures
him like,
that I see.
I examine
Yeah.
the thing, put it
So,
in the back.
How far are they
Yeah.
below me?
Okay.
Yeah. The
And
wooden,
how tall are they?
they are the same creatures that you just fought.
How tall are they?
About human height, medium.
Okay, and how far below are they?
10 feet.
How tall is this platform?
My point being, do I even have to worry about them getting to me, or can I just
That's right.
run
Can
the
we just
fucking
run through it?
platform
10
and
feet.
just
Well, we'll see. Perception.
All right.
See.
perception?
See what goes in initiative.
Everyone does. Oh,
Wait, so we initiative first?
So perception initiative check.
That's a 10.
You put a 1 underneath one of them and a 2 underneath another one, Matt.
15 total for me.
15 total for Gore. Burl.
10 for Azius.
10
12 for Burl.
Okay. You got a 15 plus 10, 25. Okay. All right. The first creature like spins. It's like, you know, a little shocked that you are here. And it's actually only going to get 2 actions this turn.
Do you want me to switch this? Because this guy's 1, this guy's 2, but this guy has blue. And that one says 2 blue.
Oh.
Should I switch this with this? Just switch the characters?
Nope.
No, very good.
Okay, the creature kind of spends a moment readying itself and then hisses up at you and says, Hashla! And then it makes a dash for the stairs. So,
Sir, I don't speak that language.
I know you don't. The creature can move 30 feet with a single stride.
Jesus.
Wow.
The creature lopes over, bounds up the stairs.
I should have drawn the room larger.
No, actually, you got the dimensions actually almost exactly right.
Oh.
And then the creature lashes out at Azius with its sinful jaws.
Damn.
No, you're all right.
Critical! I rolled it at 20.
Wow.
So 30, but also a crit. So double secret crit.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Plus 8! Oh, not bad. 18.
Okay, so I'm out of stamina. I am at 14 hit points.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
wow.
not bad.
Okay.
You're like a tank.
And as the bite sinks into your flesh, you feel wrath and rage rip through your body. Make a will save.
This is for sure failure.
DC 18.
That is a success.
Hey.
Okay, you are just sickened 1.
There it is, right there.
I'll give you a little card here. All right, the rat. Don't, I mean, it says sickened, but don't think of it as like sickened. Like, bleh, you know, it's more just like you're distracted by like thoughts
It's
of
like a little bit
rage.
of nausea.
No, this is
Oh,
like rage and hate. Like you're,
Bad thoughts.
you know, you ever blinded by
If I was a
anger?
barbarian, I'd be like, enhanced it. Take it on. Yeah.
Blinded by anger.
I get a
All right,
-2
Gore,
Gore
you're
will
next.
fail.
All right, the creature's in front of you, but there's a corner, the stone door, and the corner between you. So the creature actually has cover right now.
Cover partial. -4.
Cover. This is full cover, plus 2 bonus to AC and reflex saves.
So it's got a 20.
Yeah.
And we do know that these guys do have an attack opportunity, so.
Yep.
There's no way around the attack of opportunity, right?
Unless you step.
Oh, that's right.
But in this case, you would step right into where
Correct.
Azius is standing.
And you cannot end your move where your ally.
You could delay until after me, and I can try and hydraulic push and push
Can-
back 10 feet.
Can
You
I?
could do that.
Would pushing Azius cause him to fall and be prone?
I mean, it could.
if you pushed him,
I was gonna push him out of the way.
No, if you just want to spend 1 action to shove him, yeah, you can shove him 5 feet.
plus I imagine it's somewhat of a willing participant, as Azius would be different. As
Yeah,
someone.
he could choose not to resist.
Right.
Should
he
I?
can say nope.
I'm gonna push him 5 feet out
Okay.
of the way.
Yep, shove him 5 feet, so move him 5 feet. Yep.
I'm gonna
Step.
step into this spot.
Okay, 1 action left.
I'm going to
Regular attack.
regular attack with the greatsword.
All right, plus 11, AC 18.
There it is.
30.
19 and
30.
19 plus 11 is
Yeah.
30.
That is a critical hit.
Okay,
So you get yourself a d12 or 2 of them.
I got 1.
Okay, then roll it, add your damage bonus, which is 4,
9.
and then double it,
30. So 18.
18.
Woo. So you only have to roll it once.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
You just
2D
calculate on
You
one.
can just
D8.
roll it once and double it, or you can roll 2 dice and add 8, but it's functionally the same thing. One's just
Okay.
much faster. But
Cool.
you do 18 damage to number 1, so from 30 to 12.
'Cause- okay.
Burl, the creature hisses and screams at you.
So from my vantage point, he obviously has cover.
Yes.
Does that change with a reflex versus a AC attack?
He has a +2 circumstance bonus to AC and reflex saves against area effects.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Well.
Ray of Frost.
No, well, because I don't know if I want to hydraulic push and then waste it on the first one.
Ooh.
I mean, he would get flung down and take damage from
That'd
being
be cool.
pushed.
All right, let's try it. All right, Again, I'll try my second first level spell in hydraulic push. -2. Well, you'll add that.
I pushed you out of the way.
Yeah,
Pushed
he
me.
pushed you out of the way and then stepped in, and then crit.
How dare
Hit
you.
him for 18.
And crit and hit him for 18.
Well, I heard the crit and a lot of noises coming from the
Yeah,
bathroom.
that was that. Now I'm gonna try
The
to.
creature was screaming.
I'm gonna try to hydraulic push him.
Yep.
Plus-
AC 20.
Ooh!
Steps.
I mean, don't worry about it, man. He might just be dead.
Oh, he will.
So what happens on a crit?
Target takes 66 bludgeoning damage and is knocked back 10 feet.
What?
So
66?
hydraulic push, yes, because it's a critical hit.
Do you
66.
need some
Normally-
extra damage?
Normally it just does 3d6. I do have if you have 3 more.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 66 damage.
6
6d.
dice.
might be.
6.
Oh my god.
No, 36.
I know.
I was like, oh my god.
So let's see. 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Dead.
And he's moved back 10 feet. So
All right, yeah. So
Body goes
you
flying.
kill him as he goes flying off the stairs.
Hey, my first level spell worked.
Like he starts melting into goo midair, so he like sprays part of the room with his like
viscera.
his
everywhere.
viscera everywhere in his bones as his body partially disintegrates. Yep, so it's
And then
dead.
I'll take a move action to get away from the stairs.
Okay.
Cool.
The other creature howls and strides 30 feet towards the stairs as best as he can. And then strides again. And then closes in with gore. And then bites with his sinful jaws. 14, Gore. That's a miss.
That's a miss.
All right, Gore. You wave the creature back with your sword and push him to the side. Okay, Azius.
I'm gonna take a little bit of elixir of health right here.
Okay, one action to drink it. A glug, 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 glug.
Oh,
Ooh.
back to full health. 18.
Well, back to full hit points.
Full hit points.
Health points.
Stamina is still.
Health points, yes.
Now, if I move, it gets an opportunity attack.
It does.
Okay. So,
Unless you step.
yeah, but I can't. Can I step then move?
There are two things that provoke an opportunity attack: a move action and a manipulate action.
If I step to here,
It does not.
then I can move, and I'm
You are
not
no longer.
Then you're no longer threatened by the creature and you
Yeah.
can move normal.
step.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep. Okay.
See you guys.
Gore, back to you.
I will attack with the great sword. And I'm going to use my intimidating strike on it.
Okay, great for it. There's 2 actions and swing.
That is 18.
That is its armor class. So it is hit.
Oh, I forgot it was +1.
D12 plus 4.
7.
Okay.
And
7
frightened.
total.
The creature is 23 and it becomes frightened.
Oh, I never. I was sickened.
And I'm going to
You're still sick.
Okay.
cast shield cantrip.
Okay. Shield cantrip goes up. Burrow.
All right. As Bro runs across.
I could not take a potion because I was sickened.
Yes,
So-
you cannot. You're too angry to drink.
Yes. So I would
Do
have.
you instead try to get rid of
Yeah,
sticking?
could I have tried to use my? Then
You can drink.
Okay, so that's my.
And it says
fortitude.
fort save, but make it a will save, actually.
Wait, it's supposed to be fortitude.
I know, but I'm saying make it a will save.
Well, that's
But it's
terrible for
fortitude's
me. My fortitude's great. 15.
No, that's not good. You need
Yeah. What was it? It was
18.
Wow,
That was my fortitude.
that's a lot. Well, I guess if
18
you
was
got
my
a
fortitude.
yeah, that makes
Don't give me miss cards.
All right. Back to you, bro.
As
So-
Bro runs across the top of the bear and sees the other sin monster
Yep.
run up, he's just going to try to hit him with the good old-fashioned Ray of Frost.
Yep.
Uh,
Anything other than a crit failure?
no.
No. Okay. You just miss very badly. And
Yeah.
you have 1 action left.
I'll send in the Badger. Lucky goes in
Yep.
for a quick
Is
jaws
that
attack.
opportunity attack?
No.
Oh.
Because in that case, he could just step in. He was 5 feet away, right?
But
Or
he-
moving into the area. never
Moving
mind.
in does not to do it.
Only once you start, you're in the area, and then you try to do something.
Yes, you have to be starting to
Okay.
move while threatened. Creature's up. AC's up 2, but down 1, so 19.
14? Okay.
Miss. Okay. The creature slavers its jaws forward as it tries to rip kind of its mouth opening wide as it tries to.
Gore don't care. Gore says take it.
28. Or,
Hmm.
up.
It's not,
27.
it's not a crit.
Okay, because he was.
I'm 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gore, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then Gore, make a will save as you become overrun with feelings of wrath.
Nice.
That should be good.
22.
You succeed, so you are sicken 1.
Man, that's, even on the
I
success,
have to use my will.
because
It's a will save.
Yeah, but then to recover from it, it's a fortitude save.
Right, but I'm making
You
it a
made
will save.
Yeah, but on his, did you make it a will or fortitude?
He hasn't tried
If I
to-
would have
He
missed
did
the
shake it
will
off 2 turns
save,
ago.
if I would have missed the will save, it would have been sicken 2.
Yes.
if you
Over
had,
here, he used
if you had failed, it would have been sicken 2.
Yeah, and then the next turn is you using fortitude to
No,
recover.
well, normally yes, but in this case, they are using sickened from an effect that saves on will.
Mhm.
So I'm going to make the effect to recover from it will.
Okay.
Whatever DC. DM. GM.
The creature will then follow up. Gordon, so remember your armor class is down by 1.
Okay.
The creature is going to attack again, but this time use its claws. 16.
18 is AC.
Get the hell out of here
No,
with
your,
those
your
claws.
AC is 17.
It's normally 19.
Oh, shit. The creature's embarrassed.
He runs away.
The creature gives up. The creature will try to get in your face and intimidate you.
Oh, how dare you.
Gosh.
He doesn't know about my dagger.
So I'm gonna make an intimidate check versus your will defense.
Okay.
Remember, that's 10 plus your will,
15,
but it's -1 because you are sick.
14.
Success.
So you are frightened.
So now you are frightened 1 as well.
Nice.
So that's a -2 on everything, yeah?
Yeah.
You're
Until
crippled
the
by
next turn.
fear.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because these two are the same, right?
Difference
Basically.
is
Well,
that
they
one
just-
saves, that goes away 1 level.
The frightened drops off 1 a turn, and the sicken you have to spend an action to try to shake it off.
Okay.
The other one, they're exactly the same.
All right.
Okay, Azius.
Will save. That's an
Ooh.
18.
Success.
Hello.
You are no longer swarmed with visions of rage. And now you can roll potions.
Potion?
No, he still has it.
Oh my goodness.
He is frightened.
And
You have both?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have. Okay.
I gain 1 HP of health.
wonderful power, overwhelming.
All
I
right.
was a 6 last time.
Is that it?
You have 1 action.
What other
left.
things can I do? Can I
Trip 'em?
When there's
You have to be in melee.
no, I'm not going into melee. Can I do anything to help out Burl? Like aid and stuff like that? That's health, isn't there? Or healing?
What are you trying to do? To him?
Just support him.
In what way?
I mean, you could do the aid.
I mean,
Yeah, aid, that's what I was
but
thinking.
doing what?
Well, he's a spellcaster.
So no, you're not a spellcaster.
No,
Well, I
no,
mean-
I'm not gonna spellcast
well,
for
yeah,
him,
but-
but like other things like I can hold his torch for him, or you know.
That won't be helpful. But if there were like a way that you could, you could aid by perhaps distracting him in some way, so that
How about sense motive? Can he try to sense his motive?
I think he's trying to kill us.
Can you
Yeah, I would not. I don't think my guy.
Or
would
maybe
think that.
seek below us?
I mean, I could throw. I can throw. I can shoot him with a sling. If I want to take that, I gotta take it out.
Yeah, I was going to take an action.
Yeah. So.
Take a look below us and see if there's anything.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, yeah, you have the generic.
Or
you
don't do anything.
have the
Well, I
actual-
guess I can look around.
An
You can
ally is
seek.
about to use an action that requires a skill check or attack.
What do I see anything up ahead of us, other than this opening?
Yeah, it goes about 30 feet
Mm-hmm.
and opens into some sort of chamber, square chamber. Yeah, there you go, Matt. Perfect.
I'll make it real large. So the bad guys show up right away.
It looks to be from the edge. With your dark vision, and you can't really make out what's in the chamber. That room's a little too big.
Alright.
But it's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna move over to the edge.
All right, as you can see more into the room now, you can see that this room appears to contain several ancient relics of what appear to have been torture elements. Although their function and style seems strange, archaic, weirdly ancient, and probably particularly evil. In one corner sits a spherical cage with spikes protruding inward from its iron bars. In another stands what appears to be a star-shaped wooden frame, but its surface is covered with spikes and hooks. In the center of the room is a long table covered with leather straps and several cranks that seem designed to rotate and swivel and pull.
It's a 50 Shades of Grey room.
Iron Maiden. Excellent.
We're not.
So Gore's up.
Yeah, Gore.
I
Door
will try to purge my sicken.
Yep, make a will save.
Oh, nice.
All right, the sicken.
We're not sick no more.
Now remember, you get a -1 to that. Actually, -2 to that. So did you still pass?
You rolled a 20, so I hope.
Oh, okay, yeah, you passed.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah, remember, whenever you
I'm
roll a 20, remember that's usually something where you say nat 20.
I'm sorry.
Yell that
Hip
out.
hip hooray!
I'm so, yeah.
Because usually we don't have to calculate numbers if you roll a nat 20.
Right.
It saves a lot of time.
I forget. It's I got you. Frighten doesn't go away quite yet, right?
No, it
At
goes
the
away
end
at
of
the end of the turn.
Okay. I will attack with my great sword.
Yep. Okay.
That's a 19 plus 11 is 30.
-1 because you're frightened.
29.
That is a critical hit.
All right.
All right.
Plus
8
4.
plus 4 is
12.
12.
Double.
24.
Dead.
Good thing he died, because hey guys, look at this crazy room over here.
All right. The sin spawn falls down, its body disintegrating on the wooden thing and then turning into dust. Now remember, as soon as the fight's over, you guys can spend a resolve point.
Yeah,
to
I'm
recover your
definitely
stamina.
spending a resolve point, Mr. Matt. Just taking me out.
Put him into the thing.
Yeah.
Now I will say too
We're
that
getting
this
close to time.
might be a good place
Yeah.
to stop.
Mhm.
So,
Should've
you guys are
done
making
some
good progress, and you guys have passed your way into the chambers. So everyone actually going to gain a resolve point as you guys continue to push deeper into the catacombs.
So back to full. This eraser's terrible.
You know, sometimes you get pencils and the eraser's amazing,
Yeah.
and other times you get them and they're like all it does is smear the graphite.
That's what I'm looking at.
That looks like a
So-
So
embarrassing.
let me let you in on a little ancient D&D wisdom.
Yeah?
The real key. Now it's not as much of a difference, I guess, because you print up your sheet differently each week.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you used to get yourself a nice pencil, a good eraser. Number 2, you wanted something soft. The problem is you want a soft lead. You don't want a hard lead, because the hard lead just leaves streaks. And then in an area where you do a lot of erasing, because the problem used to be we used to have character sheets. You'd rub a hole through your character sheet. So we used to put pieces of Scotch tape, and the soft lead
could still write on the tape.
it still writes on the tape real nicely without
Easy to erase.
and it's just super easy to erase. And then if it got really bad, you could just put a new piece of tape down.
All right. That's
So a lot of our old characters, like you'd see people's like arrows, their number of arrows that have a piece of tape on them. The hit points would have a piece of tape on them. Anything that people used a lot with tape.
okay.
Spell slots, we get tape just because back in the day we didn't, have printers.
You could just print out
Just
another
print up a
one.
new sheet whenever we wanted to.
Where did you get the calculator one? That calculates the numbers for you. I looked online.
I didn't.
Oh, you just go through and put each one in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just use
All
the
right.
PDF editor and I put the numbers all in every week.
All right, so that's going to bring us to the end of this week's session as the party, the Knights of Last Call, continue their exploration of this strange catacomb beneath Sandpoint.
The Catacombs of Wrath.
The Catacombs of Wrath. Perhaps this is the source of that ancient, terrible rage which bubbled up in the ground of Sandpoint several years ago, which led to so many murders, deaths, and kills.
These synth throwers certainly had that kind of rage.
Indeed. The party.
I had it for about a turn.
The knights, sadly lacking in the lore and arcana department, are still a bit unsure what it is that they are
All the
facing.
departments.
Burl's got it down on his to-do for reading.
Right. Meanwhile, here, deep in the bowels of this place seemingly dedicated to rage and hate, Gore has discovered that critting with the greatsword is a very effective technique,
You
whereas
keep doing that?
Stabbing feet with daggers.
Whereas Azius discovers a burning rage in him that may erupt into a barbarian class.
We'll talk offline about that.
Multi-class.
All right. Well, our main thing just died. So
Cool. Perfect time.
So Bob, why don't you thank everybody and take us out?
Until next time for the Knights of Last Call.